Yo, yo, yo! What's going on, everybody? I see everyone's already having a good time in the chat. Stream hasn't even started yet. Save your energy. What's going on, everybody? How is everybody doing? Another day, another stream. We're going back to back to back to back. Let's see here. My music's not playing because the reasons are good. There we go. All right, music should be good. Audio is not peaking in the red too much. Chat is loaded. All right. Let me know in the chat if the audio is okay, as per usual. Let's say hi. Let's say hi to everybody. There's a long list. You guys started before. Oh, I can't even scroll that high, apparently. It won't let me scroll. Alright, well, I'll just... Caleb was counting down 54 minutes, 40 minutes, 27 minutes. Alright. What's up, Caleb? David, how you doing? Ryathon. Jeff's here. GM. Mr. Walkman. Rhodesman, how you doing? Come on, Furdo. Furdo, that's ridiculous. Serge. Demon Princess, you made it. How you doing? Truggy. Tyler Durden's here. Cool, cool, cool. Who else? Who else? Bob Boiler made it. What's good? What's good? You're already sleeping? Probably too soon. Too soon. Good God. Alright. Everyone can hear me good? Let me know. Lilith's? We're talking Diablo Lilith? Frodo's close enough. Long day, yeah. I can feel that. Audio's fine? Alright, good. Yup. Good. Alright, so... few things from last stream. Cleanup from last stream. This little guy. D4 Lilith says, yeah, that model is actually really cool. I gotta print one huge. I have a massive machine. I gotta print one huge. Put it over there. Anyway, this little guy from yesteryear's stream. That one right there. Didn't fit. So, and I saw a bunch of other people. Brian from Ballistic helped me find some as well. Essentially, a bunch of people said that it doesn't fit. It hits the back. So what I did was I reverse engineered their model. What I did was I went into Fusion 360 and I made this. So what I did was I chamfered it quite a bit on the bottom here. I actually just cut it. It's not a chamfer because I was remodeling it from scratch. So did that. I pushed these pieces of hardware in, I believe, 3 millimeters. And then I printed it in black ABS because the red ABS I have won't color match. So here's what I got. Actually, let's try this one. Will we see this one? Here's what we got. This is all the way back. And, as you can see, now there's no interference. So there you go. That's how you fix it, Fysetc. And it looks really nice. All the wiring management's super clean. I actually ended up making a few changes. So the opening where the wires go in, I made it smooth instead of sharp. And I made it a little bit larger so that you can fit the wires in there a little bit easier. But as you can see, super clean. And just very nice install. And this thing reminds me of the Predator head with this on there. Let's see. Can't wait to print it. I mean, yes, so my plan is to share the files. Brian suggested that as well. I don't have a version without the logo. So I'll have to remake the logo and paste and post it. But, I mean, undo the logo and post it. Unless you think I should just do it with the logo. They have their logo on there. For whatever reason, Prusa kept killing the print, knocking over organic support, sliced in a cure, and printed fine twice even. Oh, for the Lilith head. Looks great, thank you. STL, please. Will do. Have you gotten the ANET yet? Oh, yeah, the ANET has been here a while. I haven't unboxed it yet or anything, but yeah, the ANET's back there. That's probably going to be the next live stream series, although there's 2 live streams that I really want to do that aren't printer related. Well, one is the Trident, fixing the Trident with all the mods, right? And then the other one is opening a bunch of other accessories. I think that's probably going to be the next stream that I do. I have the filler dryer, which I was supposed to open like 2 weeks ago when their Kickstarter started, Sunlose. And then a bunch of other products, like the Minchin camera that's been there for like 2 months. Another filament dryer that's 2 instead of 4 or 1. So there's just a bunch of things that I need to like open and show just because I agreed to and never did. And I don't want to make anyone upset. No, the logo's fine. Alright, good. Fedor's not fixing 3D printers. I've been fixing 3D printers since my first Ender 3, man. Even cooler. Alright, logo's fine. Alright, then I will upload. So here's the plan then. I'm going to upload it to Printables. And I'll add the link down in the description. And that way it's there. But I'll have to do that after the stream because obviously I just want to get things started. Or maybe I'll do it towards the end of the stream if we get things done. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go because this next part that we're doing is actually... There's no instructions. So I couldn't find any instructions. I asked Fysetc for instructions. And they just sent me this picture. Live and in color. Yeah, there we go. They just sent me this and said that they use standoffs. So there are these standoffs. So the reason why I was so confused at first was I didn't realize their standoffs. Let's do this. I didn't realize their standoffs already had hardware on it. So this makes a lot more sense. I thought they had the other kind of standoffs, like what I used on here. They're like double, and I couldn't figure out in my head how I was going to attach that to the panel. So this makes a lot more sense. So instead of using any kind of DIN rails that are in the instructions like this, none of this exists. It's so much more simple than this. It's so much less wiring. So that's going to be good. So we just need to make sure we find the right paneling. And then this just plugs in and there's no mess at all. Like this is going to be probably one of the cleanest builds that I've done. My Voron, it makes this seem like the cleanest machine ever. Like that Voron with the amount of wires in there is a mess. So that's why that's what I mentioned that I want to do another stream with where I fix the Voron, the Trident. Single board, pre-cut and crimped wiring is pretty nice. Yeah, single board. The wiring, like I was telling Ballistic Tech, the wiring isn't even generic cut. It's exact cut to the size, so that there's no confusion. Like the wires for the motors can't reach anywhere else. They can just reach to their spot. So that's what we're gonna do today. It's gonna be cool. Maybe to clean up the picture. What do you mean? Did I miss something? What do you mean? What do you mean clean up the picture? Oh, you mean this? Their photo? Also, I just noticed they don't have the board mounted or the heatsink on there, which I have the heatsink on mine. Oh, it responded to me. Okay. Not you. The photo of the board was removed. Okay, yeah. And then the other thing that's not going to be in the instructions is the fan that you kind of see off here to the side. That fan, the mount is their own mount, which I found it on their GitHub, and it just gets double side taped to the back, so you can face it however you want. I'm gonna face it kind of like they have it just facing at the heatsink, or where a heatsink should be. I'm gonna face it at a 45-degree angle so that it also hits the stepper drivers. Their stepper drivers also don't have heat sinks. They sent me heat sinks, so I'm going to be putting those on there. Frodo is ignoring my text. They sent me that picture too. Oh, I didn't see it. Sorry, I have to like scroll up and down pretty much constantly through the chat. They sent me the picture too. The one thing I do not understand is why do they have their heatsink off and the CPU and RAM? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just to... I don't know. I can't even think of why. Maybe just for testing specifically. I don't know. Maybe to clean up the picture. Okay, now you can see I was confused earlier. It's okay. It's alright. We'll get there. We'll get there. The 3D Print SOS channel didn't have anything on Lilith's. Yeah, once you did start talking Lilith, it was over for me. Okay. I'm just cleaning up the hardware from their little PCB cover. And then we'll jump in. What are the Liliths, and are they on this channel? Rude Boy just asked directly to the Discord. Lilith is a character from Diablo 4, and Diablo has their official like Lilith files somewhere online that you can download. They're the Lilith bust. And no, they're not on this channel. They are on Printables or Thingiverse or wherever you find files. But it is beautiful. Like, she looks super cool with her horns instead of hair, and it's cool. I got the heat sinks on the drivers too. The one really annoying thing is that the E extruder driver with the heatsink on will, no matter what, mess with the PTFE tube. Ah, because it's down there. Yeah, I don't know about that yet. I guess I'll find out. But yeah, I can see that. Seemed like the direct approach. Oh, that's you? It was. I heard a beep. I pulled it up. Hey, Andre, how you doing? All right, so let's just let's get right into it, right? So it looks like we need to find the right panel. And let's just let's get it. So printer goes like so. One thing I wanted to do was turn this camera brightness up a bit, because it looks like it's just so dark sometimes. There we go, it's a little better, right? Yeah. See, like when I cover the light, where am I covering the light from? Oh, that one. Yeah. Yeah, I think I might need to do some more thinking about how the lights are in here. So I have one giant light right there that blinds me in my eyeballs, and I have one that's kind of far off to the side to kind of fill things in. But I'm thinking I don't probably need that as much, so maybe I need to mount it like higher going this way, but that means I need a softbox on it, which I have technically. I don't know, just there's so many lights, my eyes burn as soon as I finish these live streams. I always turn them off just so I can sit in normal lighting for a minute. Tiger Flyer, how you doing, first of all? I didn't see the previous streams. Did you get the printed parts from Fysetc? If so, any issues? Yes, I did get them from Fysetc. Yes, I had issues, not with the print quality itself. The print quality is outstanding. All the parts fit really well. The problem I ran into was I was missing a bunch, which is, it looks like some other people also had that problem. I mentioned it to them. They apologized, and they said that the earlier models had this issue because their print farm is separate from where they were putting together the kits, so they were trusting them to have the right parts, and so they had some kind of miscommunication, and they're now resolving that because of the few accounts of missing parts. So if you do end up with a kit that's missing parts, just message them. They'll instantly correct it. And like I said, I do got to say that all the printed files that they have sent, all the printed stuff, has been really nice. The last stream where we did this extruder, everything fit in perfectly, snapped right in there. It's good stuff. Funny you should mention that. I see the light and it burns. Yeah, so the only thing, Tiger Flyer, was this piece. I started opening the stream with that. This piece is a special cover for their own PCB that's only included with their kit, with this kit specifically, and the bottom was touching some hardware. I noticed online there's other people that have had this problem and people just leave it off, so I redesigned right over here, redesigned my own, fixed it, and it works fine. I'll post the files after the stream, and they'll be down in the description below. I'll also put it on my Printables account, so you guys can find me on 3D Print SOS there. Did you see the big 500 clipper bed slinger that came out? 500 clipper bed slinger? I know of another bed slinger that came out. It's super cool. Nathan was right about everything. All of his predictions were correct. Alright. And also, too much drama. Too much drama. With the leaks and... Let's get some panels. Alright, so... Let's lay this out. Like that. And let's get this. Comgrow? Oh yeah, Comgrow has a monster of a printer. I just got another printer king today, which... Too many. I already told them I'm not going to be able to get to it right away. The latest MINGDA machine. So right off to the side right over here, I have a 400 by 400 MINGDA Magician Pro. I just got in the MINGDA Magician Pro X2, so it should be the continuation of that thing. Which, you know, there are other X2 machine I really liked. In fact, if anybody's interested in that machine, I'm probably gonna have to sell it off here sometime soon. Is a core? No, it's a bed slinger. It's a giant bed slinger. All right, so this piece, I know we're gonna need this piece. This is gonna sit at the top here somewhere, and that's where this this gets plugged in through. So it has its own little port, which is cool. These are all for the top. Which means, getting closer. Alright, this one has holes in it, but I'm guessing there's another panel. Here it is. It's got to be this one. Yeah, it's got to be it. There's so many panels in here. Alright, that's got to be the rear. The thing is, though, the other thing I noticed is, so the rear panel here, I'm guessing is like this. I don't know what this is for. Is there something visible up here for me to see? Let's see if there's something in the instructions. Okay, here we go. So that's the bottom. Why? I don't know. But on these original, there was only two. Yeah, there's only 2 screws? No, there's 3. Can I get it out of there? It's jammed up top. There we go. Okay, so I have 3 on both sides to attach this to. So I guess we have 6 standoffs total for the board. Let's get those ready. This is weird. It's like a small little guy, but I guess the printer is small. B3D Armored Warfare. What a name. How you doing? Also, my name isn't Feder anymore. It's Ferdo. Just so you know. Oh, I guess I should I guess I should put that up. Just because it's hilarious. Let's see. Here we go. For those that missed it, I'm now Ferdo. I rescued a 300 by 300 400 printer from the trash. It has some broken parts. Would you repair it and get it going, or just harvest the parts and build something else? I think at this point, okay, so if you have other functioning printers or another functioning printer, I would scrap it. Because there's a lot of really cool projects you can do, like anything from the Rook series or similar or based off of those machines. Those seem like a lot of fun to do. You know, any of these Voron kits, like you can probably piece a lot of it together with some of those parts, because the 300 by 300 printer is going to have some large extrusions too that you can always cut down for a smaller machine. I think if I had another functioning printer, I would do like some project with it. I would take it apart. So that's what I would do. I'd harvest the parts to make a CNC machine. There you go. Yeah, there's a lot of 3D print related CNCs as well. Come on. There we go. Finally. Also, for those following along on the channel about the flying bear machine, it has printed everything that I've thrown at it now. Orca Slicer, the Orca Slicer profiles are fantastic. Yeah, even the generic, I haven't even modified them, so I was able to print pretty much every single type of material, ABS, ASA, everything. And no issues at everything I've thrown at it. This is a nice, I thought this was going to be like a shiny acrylic, but it's a nice matte finish. Looks cool. It looks like I'm going to have to wipe it after because it's a little bit of a fingerprint magnet, but it looks good. Have you seen a 3D printer that prints homes with concrete? Yes. Yes, I have. Actually, someone recently, I was sent some videos. My sister-in-law was out somewhere, and she sent me some videos. Yeah, those are super cool. Very easy to do, actually. Those extruders that just extrude concrete are fairly simple machines, technically. Did you get the crashing screw issue resolved? Yes, I did. I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, I re-engineered their file. I'll put it up on the screen. Obviously, you're not going to be able to see it. I'm not trying to attack you or anything. But yeah, here's the file. So I redid it. I made it from scratch. I redid the bottom. I moved the screws back, and I made a chamfer to avoid any contact, and we're good to go. That thing works. Printed it, tested it. It's on the machine. Ferdo or Fredo? Ferdo, apparently. The artist formerly known as Feder. Are you Pam or Pam? Excuse me? Excuse me? Are you saying Pam or Pan? Nice Prince reference. I don't know. You guys lost me. I don't even know if you're talking to me anymore. The extrusions are 30-30. Oh, big boy. I get my X-Max 3 tomorrow. Nice. Step Brothers. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I only saw that once a long, long time ago. Doing electronics, getting close. Yes! Very exciting. Alright, so from what I understand, I gotta take these out. The preset screws in there that are holding these nuts. And I have to push these into the spots where they need to be. So let's figure that out. And this slides in what, from the side here? Yeah, tight fit. Very tight fit. I thought I was gonna be able to like throw this thing in here real quick, put the nuts where they need to go, but no. Alright, so we'll do it this way. This goes way up here. Way up here, right, because the board has to go actually towards the top, because it gets the wires get plugged right into the board. Now let's do this side. Put down here, all the way up top, and right there. Alright, so I don't know what the screws are right there for. We'll figure that out, I guess, as we go. Let's see how I did with the alignment. Okay, pretty good. Very tight fitment with this little piece. It's not going anywhere. It's gonna actually make it even more rigid, which I don't even know how that's a thing. This thing's already so rigid. Alright, let's get these standoffs. These nuts. Got him! That hasn't gotten old in many years. 1, 2, 3. So many standoffs. Alright, I'm curious about this bottom part. Oh, you know what this is for? The screws, the screw holes on the bottom here are probably not screw holes. I bet they're for a zip tie. Imagine this printer with CNC parts. Yeah. That would be so cool. Yeah, the CNC parts would be unbelievable. It would just be what a beast, right? Everything is metal. That would be really, really cool. I was thinking, I wonder what size these are. Are they the same size as the hardware? No. Wonder how I'm going to tighten them. What tool do I have? I guess I have pliers. So, if you can't see what's going on, which I will raise this a little bit closer, lower it. Basically, I just put in some standoffs, and now the panel is mounted. Let's do this guy. I'll just tighten them just a bit. Just so they don't vibrate loose. Oh yeah. I don't even know if you need more rigidity. I don't think you do. This thing, I think you can drop this thing down and it'll be just fine. It'll bounce, break whatever it lands on. Nice. And they sell frame rigidity CNC parts too. Oh yeah, like the little brackets that go in the corners. Yeah, because I won their giveaway. That's cool. You can live in an atomic explosion. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, any of those brackets are really nice, but totally unnecessary, I think. I could be wrong, but I guess they do help make things square and just let you print as fast as possible, right? All right, so if I follow the official instructions, it looks like we're gonna be flipping stuff for the other side first. No, it looks like we're mounting. They want to mount this, but then we go here. All right, we'll just follow along, even though it's different. All right, so let's oh. Man, what a cool little board. So there's essentially a Raspberry Pi under here. Stepper's already placed. This is the connector for all of the tool head, the whole tool head. This is to help you maintain wires. All the plugs, including some extras. This one down here, the fan plug, that's for the extra fan that we're going to install. So this should be flipped this way. Also, before I put it... No, I guess I'll still have access to this. I was going to say the USB... I need to put in the Wi-Fi dongle down here. But let's see how this installs. Looks like there is... What do I need that for? Is that in the way? Alright, this little guy is in the way. This extra nut that's been saved for something. I'll move it to the side for now, just in case I actually do need it for something. But this comes all the way up like that. And another thing worth even mentioning is this board is just made for this printer. You know, like most manufacturers make boards where they're for other machines? Not this. Did you say that you already have Clipper installed on that board? Yeah, so they market this as already having everything pre-installed. Because it's designed just for this printer and not as a generic board, it has it already pre-installed. So I don't know how you configure Wi-Fi or any of that. I'm going to assume that that SD card that's in there has that. I don't know how far we're going to get in the stream, but maybe we'll make it a goal to turn it on, or at least try. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Oh, I did not even use the Wi-Fi. The dongle's pretty weak, and when you put it on the back cover, the signal will be really weak. I mean, I'm definitely going to use Wi-Fi because I don't have anything hardwired in the house except for my gaming PC. So I will definitely be relying on the Wi-Fi. So if it is crappy or whatever, I will grab one with an antenna and use that. Or I'll just buy one that's different. I don't mind. I'm also not sure about a back cover. Like, I know a lot of people are worried about having some stuff exposed. I don't. Like, it's just me down here doing my thing, and I don't mind that things are exposed. So we'll see how it works. But this is straightforward, not trying to over tighten anything. Just doing a little bit of hand tight situation. I'm surprised they sell enough to afford such a custom board. Right. But, you know, they know that there's a ton of these machines out there. There's a ton of these V0s. I wonder if it's the most popular Voron. It might be. I don't know, actually, if that's a thing. But since they get serialized, maybe we can pull that up somewhere. I need a clipper board that has everything that don't use cam to drive the hot end and extruder, but don't use. If you were gonna say that does use cam, the MKS skipper board has built-in CAN bus, so you don't have to have any boards or any kind of trickery. That board already has a Pi on it, and it already has CAN bus. So any tool head that you install, the MKS tool heads, you just plug it in and run. So there's no wiring that needs to be done that runs anywhere. So that's called the MKS skipper. But without cam, I don't know. I mean, you could use any board at that point. I just got my Voron serial. Nice. I'm through. Oh, that's kind of cool. That is a cool serial. 3060, neat. Yeah, I haven't done the serial on that. Maybe I should, but I kind of thought maybe I'll do the rest of the parts on it, the USB CAN bus and the beacon. There's so much cool stuff that I have for that thing. Alright, so let me just get these wires plugged in so they're out of the way. This says A, so I'm guessing it just gets plugged into A. Alright, that'll be simple enough. Bam. B, let's plug that into B. I love that the wiring is exact. Like, that's just so nice. What else we got? So we have a little, what's it called? There's a little selector pin that you can, a jumper that you can set. It says fan power selector, and it has 5, 12, and 24 right on here. They're set to 24, but that's really nice. I see that there's a NeoPixel piece right here, so that would make it really easy to run some LEDs. There's a bunch of other boards. I mean, not boards. There's a bunch of other things here. It looks like there's space for a probe, a lot of I/O. Yeah, it's a cool little board. So we'll see. All right, let's. I'm just gonna plug in everything that I have here, so it's not just dangling. So I can get a tool head that will run on a V wheel. Yeah, you can get. So it attaches to a stepper motor, right? Like all the tool heads, they attach to the stepper motor, whatever it might be, whichever kind. There's 2 kinds. And everything from the tool head gets hooked into there, and from there you just run the CAN bus to the board. So, I'm surprised they're still doing serials now that the kits are out there. Yeah, I think it's cool. I think they should keep doing it. SR. So this is the, what's this thing called? SR. Where are we plugging this thing into? T1, T2, and then a bunch of IOs. Alright, let's refer to the photo, see if I can find it. This is the filament sensor. Why is it called SR? SR. R maybe runout? A weird thing. Filament runout. Do you see it in here somewhere? That's Z. I would have thought it was one of these two. I don't know. There's also the other thing I need to pull up actually now that I remember. Let's open that real quick. There's like a layout of everything. Clipper. No, not Clipper. Go back. Projects. Fysetc. R1. I need this PDF open. Open. There we go. This is what we need. All right. Where's that little thing? Do. Yeah, this thing right here. SR. Why is it called SR? What am I missing here? Sensor run out. Yeah, that's what it is. Sensor run out. Where do we see sensor run out here? Z motor. SR right here. SR. Okay, so it's the one on the right. So 1, 2, third from the right. 1, 2, third from the right, and it is labeled IO2. So it looks like there's going to be a bunch of those available, which is nice. And we'll have to manage the cables as we go. In fact, should I wait? Should I just do this in order and not get excited? TB. TB is this one on the bottom right. Click. This is what? HB. This guy, where's this guy at? This is labeled Z. Z is to the left of this. Click. Yeah, all that will get zip tied to the side like that. That's nice. Like, all the wires will get zip tied, nice and clean. This is the Z motor. Click. Very nice. I'm back. Nice. They gave standoffs for the board. Yes. At the top middle. What, this guy? In red. Oh yeah, you were telling me. Yeah, okay. Anybody got a link to that, the Clipper board? It's called MKS Skipper. MKS Skipper. Here, I'll show it to you on here. I don't know if that helps. MKS Skipper. Whoops, it's 1P. SKIPR. Geek Buying, great website. That's $70 on there? Man. Makerbase.store. Do all these kits have the requirements to do your own heat set inserts? Yes. Okay, so here it is. Yeah, this is the board. It has literally everything on it. So the Raspberry Pi eMMC goes here. It can handle everything. And then right here onto the right, that's built-in CAN bus. It literally does everything. This board. You can pretty much run everything off of it. And then you would need a CAN bus tool head that MKS also has. So MKS, if I just type in MKS Skipper CAN bus, let's just go to images. Yep, here's a good example. So you don't need this down here. This is not the right image at all. That's just showing the actual other thing. Let's see. Here's somebody's video. It's the wrong board as well, but that's the tool. That's the tool head sensor, and there's other ones too. Like there's one for Big Tree Tech right here that run CAN bus. They'll work because they just run Clipper on it. Here's the actual thing. THR. Yeah, right here. So you have a series of different kinds. So depending on your machine and where it's mounted, this will mount, the round one will mount obviously on the pancake motors. These will run on standard steppers, mount on the back of standard steppers. And then that's it. You just run the wiring to here and you use built-in CAN bus. It's quite nice. Yeah, 16 bucks, very cheap. Yeah, here's the wire right here. So you can make your own. Yeah, it's cool. It's just a cool, this is the new way of doing it, right? You can also just do USB, which is what I'm doing on my Voron. Try to find it under 3D print chat. Oh, that's nice. Thanks for posting those links. ET, thanks for subbing. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. So, let's just mount these things while we're here. And I'm sure I'm jumping ahead and making a mistake because I'm really good at it. HB is the two on the right. I'm sure we'll have to undo these. Oh, I just noticed it's labeled as bed and plus and minus in, which is going to come from the power supply. And we'll grab those wires as well. Alright, so let's get this tucked in here like that. Oh, you know what I want to do? I'm going to use this Z-wire. Actually, let me keep this plugged in. I'm going to use this Z-wire to kind of hold down the rest. So I'll unplug it from the motor. And all these will get plugged in here, and this wire will kind of keep it all in check. Like that. Boom. Alright, this being the longest. Wonder why they made this one specifically so long. Alright, red is plus. Alright, black is minus. That's easy. And we'll figure out how to cable manage that in a minute. Actually, scratch that. I don't like the way this lays, so I'll put that back underneath. Good song. All right. What else? What else? I guess we can put on the driver covers. I mean, driver covers, what? The driver heat sinks. Cover up their super cool little whales. Which is a bit of a bummer, to be honest. I like that they don't even come with potentiometers. They're like, yeah, everyone's gonna use Clipper here. No point in wasting any hardware. Let's see how that works. Alright, those are looking good. Let's throw this away. What's next? Alright, so I guess if we go by these things, we'll be putting this guy on. It's already set for the right voltage. I hear that I'm getting messages on gap is small, which makes easy printed parts to rub against each other. So I'm getting some messages from Sarah, who's my contact at Fysetc. So they've acknowledged the issue with the touching. So we'll change the printout next time. Cool. Nice. Okay, yeah. So they said the final product will be similar to what I designed. And they're very grateful for my suggestions. Alright. Well, you know, I'm glad to hear it, Sarah. Let me send Sarah the live stream link. There we go. Hello. I just saw their link that said, I'm live now. Anyway, let's keep going here. So input voltage, alright, we did that. Oh, I didn't even mention, at the top of the chat, there is a pinned comment. As usual, we're giving away a spool of filament by 3D Max. They sponsor this giveaway on my live streams. So it looks like there is 20 of you watching right now with only 14 likes. That's a shame. But if you head over there, all you have to answer is the question, what is your favorite 3D printer related tool and why? Looks like 14 of you have already entered in, and at the end I'll be choosing a winner. You have to be in the United States and you have to be present at the drawing to get it, but get yourself a filament. Hey, Papa's here. Don't bother entering, people. You know, there's been a double winner. It could be even a triple winner for all I know. I'm one of the 14. Nice. Do we have to be awake? No. Have your AI surrogate answer. Papa's going to win again, yeah. Nah, you can enter, man. It's all good. Literally, I want to be able, you know, one, it's random. Two, if you're here and supporting me during the live stream, staying till the end, being a part of the conversation, hitting that like button, you know what I mean? Like, you earned it. You earned it. You everyone that's in here, you've earned it. Hey, son, how you doing? But yeah, it'll be amazing if you win again. Then it's definitely rigged. Chad will have a field day. So the power supply is held in with tape. Kind of surprising, to be honest with you. Like, why not make a mount? But it is what it is. Let's get our power supply over here somewhere. Don't need it too much of this stuff because we'll never be able to take it off if we need to for some reason. I also really hate taking this red stuff off. Alright, so yeah, flipping the printer on its head is not an option anymore. I guess I can put it like on the edge of the table. Ah, that's nerve-wracking. I don't like it. Alright, I'll block it with my stump. Hey, Eric. You would say so. Yeah. You know, like if you're first in line, and you show up every day, you're first in line. It is what it is. I don't mind that. Now, if it's gonna make you feel some kind of way, then you know that's up to you. All right, so stepper driver this way. This is this way. Looks like it's going pretty close under the even under the foot back there. Okay, so it's just going straight in the corner. I kind of would have thought that I wouldn't put it touching against anything so it doesn't vibrate, but I guess not. All right, that's what we'll do. Put it up against there. Pushy, pushy. Let's see, we'll lay it down on its side. I know you guys aren't really going to see it, but I'm going to have it like this for a little bit, because I'm sure the next up is wiring for it. Okay. Should you distrust modern adhesives? You can alternatively mount it by drilling 2 holes in a deck panel and securing it with 2 M3x6. Wow. If you distrust modern adhesives is not a sentence that I thought that I would hear. Gee, I was gonna go nuts if I win again. Yep. Alright, we don't have this fan option because our fan is being installed on the back. I guess we should do that though. Alright, we'll get to that next. Let's get some wires. This should literally be everything, so I'm going to put it up here. This can probably go in the trash now. Yeah, so this is the power supply wires. I live in Denmark. Would it be possible to be in the competition? If I win the filament, would it be given to a fab lab in the USA? So as long as the address is in the United States, it should be fine. It doesn't matter where you live. It matters where it's shipping. It has to ship to the United States, and you know apparently they're working on something to work around that. But for now, that's just Post Place will be happy, but just until 3D Max just shipping you a box every other week. Yeah, they'll catch on. B1 G1. You can prop it upside down with a couple filament boxes. Facts. This is speaking from experience. You get disqualified if you answer the question poorly. Actually, I think Papa didn't even answer the question last night. I mean, I would like to hear, you know, I'd like to see a response. Alright, so this is saying putting that in right away. I guess we're gonna have to do power down here anyway, so that's why this is next. Alright, we'll do it. Look at that. So everything is pre-done. You don't have to do any of this part. So it looks like there is a way that this goes in. It goes in with a button closer to the logo. Let's throw that in there. It says click, slide it in, insert mains inlet until it clicks into place. Oh, flawless fit. Did you guys hear that? That's another one of their printed parts that just fits perfectly. Alright, turn it this way. I'll move you guys for a second so that you can see it and I can still see. Do it like that. Fan was the other thing. That fan, and then in files here we have this guy. So this right here is the fan mount. So you just mount the fan to this, but then you just put tape on the bottom here and stick it on. It's kind of like a stand, I guess. This will blow it that way. I wonder why these openings are so large. Do they want me to put in inserts? Or can I just use nuts for this? Yeah, I mean, they look like they're meant for inserts. It's kind of extra. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna... Or will the nuts not fit? Let me see. Yeah, so not everyone's answer. Oh, hold on, I missed a bunch apparently. Internet fix the name. Yep, cool. Anything to keep Papa from winning again. So something more than a smiley face. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably have to have some rules around it if people aren't answering it type thing, you know? But I have a question. Is there such thing as too much cooling for a 3D printer? Yeah, for different filaments. So for PLA, you pretty much can't go wrong with as much cooling as humanly possible, especially if you're printing fast. But for anything else, you don't want cooling. Like PETG, some cooling. ABS, very little to no cooling. In fact, I print with no cooling on the X+3. ASA as well. Some cooling sometimes, like for overhangs, no cooling otherwise. So that's why these Vorons aren't the best at cooling. You can install fans on the sides, obviously, but usually their tool heads aren't that incredible for cooling because they're enclosed machines that are meant to be printing ASA and ABS. Hey Philip, how you doing? Fednor. What's the board they use? Looks better than the Cheetah and Pi. Yeah, it is their own board just specific for this printer. It is called the Catalyst. It is literally just meant for this, and it comes with like a little PCB toolhead thing. It'd actually be good to know if everyone's responses to the question, use their own tools. Yeah, it would be. It would be cool. Maybe I'll read some of these this time, if I remember. We're going to helping Fab Lab. Fab Labs are cool. That's Gunny. Crayon Eaters. Nice. Yeah, Lord Boo, Lord of the Fans. I haven't seen Lord Boo in a long time. I don't know if he's okay or what. He used to be in the Discord quite often, but then kind of faded away. He was our local fan expert. Yeah, no problem. Hard Turtle. I'm not going to put inserts into this piece. I know they're supposed to, and it would be cool, but it just seems unnecessary for a little fan. Just my opinion. We'll just put hardware through it. Let's see, these 14s, is that good enough? Or should I go longer? Yep, have to go longer. How much longer? How about 16? 16 is not long enough. How about, what are these? Still not long enough. I need like a 20. What is this? 25. Alright, let me find that over here. Big kid out again. How many times have I taken this thing out? The cooling of Vorons is kind of tuned to be good enough to print fast-ish quark-swash speeds on ABS, right? Are you using fans it came with? No, using everything that it came with. I'm not doing any modifications on this one quite yet. There we go, that's the one. We need these. Where my tweezer at? This is... I need to redo this and label what these things are instead of just guessing all the time. That would be nice. I was thinking I might, the thing that I printed on the Flying Bear, the organizer thing, I'm thinking about using that. Just Gridfinity it. And, man, these are still too short after I did all that. And use the Gridfinity ones. I know they're going to be, like, too big for a lot of this. But I think it might be worth it still. Alright, so these are the next step up, but that seems outrageous. I guess that is what it is. Alright. Nice little relaxing tune we got going on. Yeah, all the fans seem okay. These two 3010s are the only ones that are hydraulic. The rest seem to be dual ball bearing, which is nice. I'm not sure why they went with hydraulics for these. It might have not even been intentional, technically. Just like what they had. Just want to make sure this is tight enough. Guess I'll need a plier. Don't want these things vibrating loose. There we go. Yeah, I mean, inserts would have been nice there, but I have to get the soldering iron out and... Nah, it's all good. Alright, so this needs some tape. Anyone printing anything cool tonight? It is recommended to mount it next to the big black heatsink on the board so you can cool it much better. Right, I'm planning on doing that and then putting it facing upward a bit so that it also reaches the stepper heatsinks. Alright, let's mount that real quick. And we'll get back to the wiring on that side. Alright, so it's blowing this way. Or should I flip the fan to go that way? Nah, we'll do it this way. Yeah, so I'm thinking we'll put it right here, and that way it still hits everything pretty much. Yeah, I'll have it just go covering everything. A little closer. Right there. Sticky, sticky, just like that, and then this goes down here and plugs into this. This is fan 2. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. And now I have a place to zip tie everything to. Cool. Test prints for custom Bluetooth speaker build. Oh, cool. That's fun. I always wanted to make a speaker. Just because 3D printing seems like it would be a fun little challenge for a speaker. And I've seen there's a bunch of people that actually have really good results. They're like tuned speakers that they end up building. we're going to try to see what we'll need to make a Michael Myers head big enough to cover my lamp post. That's cool. Board fried on my Aries. Oh, man. It could be a cooling issue. You know what, though? A board fried on an Aries is not necessarily a bad thing. I would highly suggest you get a modern board with a new screen, and just and get some way to use a Pi or a CB1, whatever it might be, because the Aries itself is a very robust machine. Yes, it's still Cartesian, but it could be so far improved with firmware, like Clipper. It'd be really easy to do because it's essentially an Ender, right? So yeah, I would look into that, or get another machine, but that's a bummer. Or if you're not into working on things like that, or firmware software, you could always just get a new board, obviously. With the frame assembled, can you give us the exterior measurements? I can't seem to find the measurements online when the whole unit is together. I will give you measurements in inches. Actually, no, I don't need to do that because I have this awesome Voron ruler, thanks to Ballistic Tech. Look at that. Boom. PCB Voron ruler. So, the external looks like it's 23 centimeters, so 230 millimeters by 230 millimeters, and I can't tell you the height because the top hat isn't on there yet. So 230 by 230, or 23, however you want to do that. Hey, Zumi, how you doing?
I'm fine, thanks.
Like clockwork. I feel like you did that on purpose at this point. Well, I just learned I have a grounding issue on my Trident. Uh-oh. Just happened to touching the screw on the switch cover and got a small tickle. Really? That's fun. Chad got me into it. Has some cool builds himself. That's cool. Printing the parts from a filament PET machine. Nice. That's another fun project and a really good way to take an old printer and turn it into something. I seen a fellow using a Lurge board. Yeah, Lurge is cool. I know who you're talking about. Lurge makes it really easy. You don't have to write firmware. It's just on there. But it's not Clipper. It's no Clipper, You're limited right out of the box with Lurge. Although limited is it's a personal opinion, not a fact. Hey, Nuno. I've been trying to clipper my old SOVOL, but haven't found a bin that works with a sign on the board. Creality 2.2.1. May just get a SKR. There should be clipper bins all over the place for any Creality board. You should 100% be able to find that. I'm pretty certain. Also, if it's an STM32, you can use any Creality board bin. As long as you have the right settings selected for the Creality board, they're all pretty much the same. Hey Nathan, how you doing? Top hat will be another 80 to 100 millimeters. Yep. For mortality. All right, let's keep grinding away. What we got? All right, so this is how we attach the power supply, and of course the colors are different. So I will go to our picture over here, and we will use this because this is all correctly color coded. All right, so it looks like we're gonna have to undo all of the power supply things, leads. Let's see, except for the middle one. And then there is a printed cover for this. Okay. So yellow goes to G. Can I rotate this guy? Yeah. Okay. Then red goes to L. Okay. Blue goes to N. I mean, you know, can that even be easier? Probably not. That's about as easy as we gonna get. And then the other two is just V plus, V minus, and I believe they're labeled on this cable. So we got, oh, we don't need this guy. Let's put that back. So V minus, looks like they're backwards. So my power supply is labeled differently than that. So black is V minus, obviously. So we'll put that on V minus. That's this. It's labeled backwards on my power supply. So there you go, guys. Be careful if you're following along. Be careful not to just look at the picture, but also look at the labels, because they could be different. So this, the red says V plus. V plus is labeled V plus over here. So yeah, that wouldn't have been good. What are your thoughts on that main board? I'm really excited. It's cool. Is that an electric? Isn't that an electric? It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm just tired. One advice: to get bigger, wider feet for the V0. The small ones make it very unstable. I believe that. Yeah. Did just get my Focus up and running again. It took 3 weeks to get parts here. Those extruder boards are junk. Yeah, I used to really like my Focus, and then someone bought it for me, and it got damaged in shipping, and we had so many problems with it. I don't even know if he ever got it running. You know, I ended up getting money from UPS or USPS, whatever, UPS I think it was, and it was just like a whole like 2-3 month endeavor with replacement parts, and it was such a bummer because it was working when I obviously shipped it. But yeah, the board. My thoughts on the main board is I like it. I love that it's specifically made, and I love that the kit comes with special wiring all for it. You're not allowed to win today. That would be good content. It still could be. It still could be mislabeled. I'd disconnect those wires that you're putting on and test the voltage first. Yeah, but let's live a little. If we have a smoke show. Hey Randy, how you doing? Yeah, I mean this is not an off-brand power supply. This is a Meanwell power supply. I'm totally okay with trusting it, and I'll eat my words either soon or never. Okay, so this is the in. Ground is ground. Plus is plus. So we will either cry or celebrate. Hold my beer, exactly. Yeah, we're gonna need a viral clip. Do you know what a Meanwell power supply that failed is called? Ooh, I want to know. Meant well. I like it. I like that. Alright, I need some zip ties over here. Because, like, come on. Can't leave this like this. What am I, savage? Meant well. It's good. No one ever made a power supply on good intentions except mean well. Could be a fact right there. Need a viral clip, you can always just leak something on accident. Yeah. Yep, exactly. See? That's good stuff. It's good publicity. Always good publicity. Alright, so the bottom, I think, is mostly good. Let me double check, and then let's see how this little cover fits on there, because this seems cool. Because there's like a printable cover in the files. Files. But leaking, okay. Alright, so let me double check. So we got the red wire going to L. True. The blue wire going to N. True. Yellow wire going to G. True. We got the black wire going to V minus. Correct. These two are V minus. These two are V plus. Red wire going to V plus. Correct. Then we come up here. We have, it says in minus. That's black. V plus. In is plus. Plus for the bed. Minus for the bed. Okay. Now let's get this little cover on here. Did I show you this already? It's a cool little printable cover. So let's see how that fits on here. Oh, it just slides in like that. Look at that. Very nice. It's like a little finishing touch down there. I wonder if it's gonna, if the instructions want us to put the cover on right away or not. Let's see. Yep. We don't have to do that. Luckily, none of this. Luckily. Oh, here's a little cover. Huh. That's it? So that's it for that, huh? And then the screen, which I kind of want to put on. One other thing that I need, besides making sure all these wires... I feel like it's not done, but, like, all of the things that we need to do are technically done. So the screen's the only thing that's not plugged in. So then what I want to do next is get this piece on here, because this is another piece that's not in the instructions. It's a Fysetc only piece. Man, say you're leaking it on your Patreon before so that everyone can pay to see. And then, oh, and also after you leak it and someone makes a video saying, hey, these images have been leaked, go in their comments and comment that you're very mad at them and they're no longer your friend. Oof, what a mess. It's very dramatic. Or the MKS board. Found the kit where I can convert to 2020 to use a rail. Nice. Keep your fingies out of the zappy area. Yep. Wiring on that kit seems fairly easy. Yeah, super easy. The whole thing has been very easy. There's been some quirks here and there, and I'll mention them in the video whenever I get to it, but it's easy. The screen will make it hard to lay it on the front without filament boxes. That is true. It does protrude. Alright, let's keep going. But yeah, like, let's be real. If it was an accident, I guess we'll never know. If it genuinely was an accident, it's a total bummer, because I'm sure that that feeling that you have of knowing that it was a mistake and you didn't mean it, plus you joked about it, it would, like, just destroy me inside if something like that happened. So, just as a thing, in case someone's paying attention for something, if it's legit, I feel you, man. But you can't be mad. You can't be mad. It happened. It's already there. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's all really odd. Alright, so the reason why I'm saying it is there's this special thing here. I wonder how this attaches, because there's no hardware to use to attach this. The wiring in this kit seems easy, but does it look like quality wire? Anyone tested it yet? I'm sure people have tested it. It feels great. Yeah, I have zero worries about the wiring. Wait, what happened with the leak? The next layer, Jonathan from the next layer, he accidentally posted a video to his internal team on his Vimeo, which was the full video that was supposed to release today. He released it yesterday, essentially. And before that, he jokingly said that he was going to release it early to his Patreon members. But then it actually went live to everybody. So he leaked the entire release. Like, up to that point, no one has actually seen the machine. So it came from his channel, and it's very clear where it came from. You can see the backgrounds. It was his literal video. So then he kind of tried to, he made an apology, which he should do, regardless of the actual intention. But then I saw Nathan's video, because Nathan, he made a news, like a joking news channel style video, where he went over just the current news about the printer, and one of the things about the news was that those images were leaked from this channel. But there was a comment. He commented saying, like, I can't believe you leaked my leaked images, essentially. And I just, that really just, I can't believe that. They were already leaked. No one leaked the leaked image. That's ridiculous. How does this work? Whoa. Alright, so several things here. This piece has to go underneath this plug, which means I probably have to undo the board to get to it. That's one, because there's not enough space, and I don't think I can flex it. Maybe I can. Let's see. Yep, okay, it just clicks. This piece to be held, looks like there's little spacers under there. This is so clever. So on the bottom of these motor mounts, there is heat press inserts, and the middle one is empty, and there's notches here. So with this in place, we can attach it via that. So boxes. These, because I've got to flip this thing over. Crazy how heavy this little thing is getting, by the way. Yeah, looks like that will be perfect. I'm gonna have trouble like getting a good camera angle on this. Sorry about the shakiness. So let me see if I can point it out. Yeah, that little notch, that's perfect. Really cool, actually. Let's see, what should we use? 6mm? 6mm probably enough. Let's see. So yeah, there's a little bit of drama going on. Either way, everyone's going to only benefit from it. The only people that might have benefited less are the people that followed the embargo. Maybe like Joel, maybe because his video wasn't first anymore, maybe the shock factor, like maybe you could say that you lost some sales, but I doubt it. I don't think there's gonna be an actual impact from it outside of like trust and people talking about it. That's it. So I have a feeling that at the end of the day, once the dust settles just a little bit, which is probably like already settled, he's only gonna benefit. Everyone's gonna only benefit. So I don't think it's an actual issue. I just think it's like some added drama. And I don't know any of them personally. I've only chatted with Nathan because he seems like a cool dude. I really find him funny. I love how he trolls everybody. And I like his content. Jonathan, I've only talked to like through comments. You know, he's commented on my videos a couple times. I've commented on his videos a bunch. I think he used something of mine in one of his videos at one point, gave me credit, so that was cool. There we go. Couldn't find the threads there for a second. Alright, so that's in. That's in. I'm going to tighten this extra one up. I don't know what it's for yet, but we didn't need it for this install. Booster boxes. This is the way. Yeah, yep. So no need to go to the gym, just use the printer to work out. Yeah, it's like a single dumbbell. I think the impact wouldn't be so big if they hadn't made it so big. Right. They would have been quiet, not commenting on their videos. Thanks for leaking. I don't know. It's just drama. NBR content gives me laughs. Yeah, me too. I absolutely love it. I watch every single one because I just find it funny. He's like he's just a, I don't want to say he's a troll, but he's a troll. He's just very good at doing it that way. That does, you know what I mean? It's just good. It's good content. And I find it funny that people actually get rubbed the wrong way by some of his stuff. Like, they get genuinely upset. I kind of find it funny. I guess I just see the humor in it, you know? Alright, let's go on the front. And let's tidy up everything that's going on here. Drama, good or bad sales. Right, exactly. Like, he got so much attention. You're going to get more traffic. More traffic means you could redeem yourself and make an extra sale. So it's gonna be good for him at the end of the day. Like I said, I think it's just gonna impact maybe a relationship, but at the end of the day, if you're gonna sell a bunch because of it, then your relationship isn't gonna be bad. So it's business, and I know Jonathan is extremely smart. He's a very intelligent person. This is not his first business. He has many really successful, huge businesses that involve millions of dollars. So he knows what he's doing. He knows how to manage this thing that happened. You know, no matter what the speculation you have towards, you know, how it happened or what. He knows what he's doing. Alright, so this giant plug just gets plugged in. Let's throw that in there. Strangely enough, it has to get spun. Kinda odd. Let's see, will it just click? Yep. Click. Okay, that's in. Beauty. So clean. Very clean. Alright, now I just want to make sure that this is looking right. Hypotenuse. Come on. Anybody? It's looking right. Hypotenuse. Come on. Alright, let me go like this with these wires. And should we zip tie? Yeah, we should zip tie. We can always cut them. So many people really lack sense of humor. You got to be able to laugh. Sorry yourself. Exactly. 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 You know, one thing I do miss is I used to add little things into my videos that I thought were kind of funny. I haven't done that in a very long time. Not like skits or anything like that, but I used to like add sound effects and things of that nature. But I kind of stopped. I don't know. Maybe I should put them back in. L2. Alright, so these are going to get their own zip tie. Like that. Then we'll do another one right here. This wire should go down underneath. that. Yeah. Okay. Then we got 2 wires here. Let's utilize these things on the board, even though it's very unnecessary at the moment for this, but might as well. It's there. Yeah, this one kind of has to stay where it is. Come on, fingers. There we go. That down there. Do another one. All right. Cool. Everything looking good. What's your opinion on the A1? If we talk about the drama, let's talk about the printers. Yeah, no, the A1 is gonna be great. I think it's gonna be a huge success. I see that according to the reviewers, like you can tell that the initial reviewers are trying to be kind. You know, don't forget, this is the first Bamboo launch that has affiliate links attached. You gotta consider that, right? So the first machines that were coming out, they didn't have affiliate programs. So the people that were making videos, when they were talking about it, it was way more genuine, because even if they didn't buy the machine, they were just recommending it to their viewers. Or not recommending it, depending on what was happening, because there was nothing attached. There's no sale attached. It's just a video. Whereas now, you know, you can't say that it doesn't skew. It even skews me. That's why I always mention it, that like these things, you know, there's affiliate links. But like this one, you can tell that some of the reviewers are like trying to point out the bad things, but still be kind, and you know, which I appreciate. I appreciate when they point out negative things about it as well. Like Uncle Jesse's video was great, actually. But not everyone had problems, but you can tell they were being kind to the printer, to the release. But as far as the machine goes itself, I think it's going to be huge. The price point is incredible. It's going to push everyone, because now the conversation is, oh, you have a $300 printer? Well, you can buy this Bamboo, right? And it's out of the box, no nonsense, no DIY. So once again, it's going to push that whole market. And then on top of, hey, your printer can only do single color, why would I buy this? Why would I, you know, I would buy this plus this AMS system, and now I got 4-color printing. So I hope that this printer pushes all manufacturers to make an AMS of some sort, because now it's going to be a regular, you know, household thing. And so I think it's major. I really enjoy that part. Funny little sound effects and stuff to add to the video, but also adds a little more editing time. Yes, that was one of the main reasons. Like, I'm already spending a lot of time on it, and spending the extra time, I guess the channel isn't successful enough, you know, to spend the rest of my, like, just mental energy. You know what I mean? But when there's an opportunity that's specific, I'll do it. Maker's Muse, yes. As a real, at least honest feeling review. Yeah. Maker's Muse is genuine dude. Also never takes money for stuff. You can tell. And also he mentions it a lot. So yeah, I trust him for sure. None of the launch videos are reviews yet, right? Hard to say. Who's gonna know? I think everyone gets paid for Bamboo videos, no? I don't know. I guess they have to disclose it to some degree, but then there's some wacky areas where you don't necessarily have to. You can get donated. So here's how you get around that YouTube thing, from what I understand. And I heard this from Bardwell, actually. You could make a video that's not a paid review, and then have the company donate to your channel after the video is live, because you did a good job. and that's not considered a paid review, and therefore you don't, because you didn't get paid to do the video. Just knowing what I know in the industry and how people work, people want to make money. This is their livelihood, their business. They have to get paid for these things, unless you have a monstrous audience. If you have a monstrous audience, you're going to get money because of affiliates and just ads. But if you don't, you're going to get paid in one way or another. So it's hard to say that they're not reviews. I don't know. I would like to believe everyone is honest, but we all know the truth. People aren't. Price is great until you think about the printer named A1 Mini. So supposedly there'll be a normal A1, right? If the price is 300, then the normal could be 400, 500. But the cool thing is if there is an A1 whatever, or A1 Plus, you'll be able to use that AMS. So to get into the ecosystem with this one doesn't seem that bad, really. Also, I just clicked something and zoomed into my chat, which I didn't think was possible. Then you could just get a P1P, so I don't know. Well, P1P is still a very different beast. Think about the maintenance and parts and the complications. Something happens on your x-axis, you're taking apart a legitimate machine. Something happens on the x-axis on the A1, it's like 4 bolts. So you got to think about that too. Not a lot of people like working on their thing. I think Bamboo Lab really dropped. I don't know. I don't think so. There's so many people that are not as deep into it as we are, like in this stream, and they're gonna like this machine. I could easily recommend that machine to people that aren't huge into 3D printing, or at least like the mechanics of it. Once they do, then there'll be tons of Bowden tube adapters for direct drive machines. We'll all get to suffer with them again. Yeah. I'm here listening, but I'm painting a model. Got my hands full. Oh, nice. Well, painting's fun. The Mini name also puts it against the Prusa Mini. Right, correct. So it's also, remember we talked about this. They're genius level marketers, right? So now if anyone's typing in Mini, you know, that's taking another piece of the Prusa pie. It's very smart. You know, I do a lot of advertising stuff, not for this channel, but a lot of advertising stuff for my work. So it's very easy to notice that kind of thing. The main gimmick is multicolor. I actually don't think it's a gimmick. I think that's I think the whole printer revolves around the multicolor aspect. Like right now with the K1, the Chitty machines, a bunch of other machines that are coming out. I actually have some cool ones to look at very soon. Flash Forge. The only thing the Bamboo has really actually going for it, for real, is the AMS system. So the multicolor isn't their gimmick, it's their whole business. I think their entire business is printers that can do multicolor. Because if you're just taking P1P, X1 Carbon, or the P1S, if you're just taking those machines, they're really great machines. But so is the X Plus 3, so is the K1, and they get beat out in the price point for a single color printer of the same type and style. In fact, if you want anything open, you're not even looking at the Bamboo, right? So the only real thing that the Bamboo has that I completely agree with is the multicolor systems. So I think all of their printers need to have it. I don't think it's a gimmick. I think it's the thing. Looks really flimsy. You know, I don't know. BB3D's video is really good. Answer some questions other than not. The hype train from Bamboo was overdone. Yeah, the hype train, man, the marketing was so good. God, they killed the marketing. They killed it. So the hype, I don't think it's overdone. I think it was so well done. Like, who else can do this? No one. They're like, this is the best that anyone has done. You know what I mean? Like, you guys got to look at it from that way. Alright, so here's what I got. What time I got? Almost 11. Here's what I got for wire management. Very nice and clean. Look at that, guys. I'm pretty happy with that. I guess I could have moved this fan a little bit closer. Can I still do that? Well, that's already stuck on there. No, that's stuck on there. It's okay. There's still plenty of room. Yeah, that looks nice and clean. Let's check down here. Yeah, what do you guys think? pretty darn good. And then, of course, the wire management up here is just insane. It's just this. Somebody's got to redesign this thing to make it look like Predator. I mean, look. That's the mask. This is the Predator mask. We need one of those little turrets with the lasers. Yeah, it's definitely super clean. This little plate up here, this little thing that kind of covers it and just plugs it in. I mean, sure, maybe this would have been better as canvas, but that probably would have been extra money, right? Like, this is fine. It's clean enough. Technically, where's the sleeving? Technically speaking, is this cleaner? Like, maybe this is more your style? Well, let me just put it on just to see. It looks like there's just enough of it. There we go. I actually might leave that. Look at that. That's even better. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave it like that. Great. Did you put any sleeving on the bed wires? No, I didn't have to. Oh, I put sleeving on, where do we have it? I put some sleeving right there. So yeah, yeah, you can see it on the bottom there, just covering it all up. And if I can pull this up, get a better view of it. Yeah, there we go. I guess that's not really a better view. But yeah, I sleeve those wires so they're nice and clean. Man, this is very tidy. It's a very tidy build. As far as the screen goes, since it sounds like we're about to boot this baby up, I kind of want to at least plug the screen in. Can I attach, so looking at the instructions, I can put the screen in and just not attach it, but I can have it in the case, right? No, looks like, oh, it's just the front. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's do that. 4 red skirts. The printer looks more finished. Yeah, I think so too. We'll keep the sleeve on it. I think the new BAM was mad for the masses. Not for the tinkerers who want to create some pretty stuff without hassle. Those people typically won't use filaments that need drying or enclosure. Yeah, this is definitely a PLA machine. No questions there. I think it's phenomenal. It's gonna compete with so many. I think everyone's gonna follow suit. I hope they do. I hope they do. All right. Oh, hold on. I need these items as well. Almost jumped the gun there. So we need PTFE tube, right? How does a PTFE tube work? We're gonna need that, and I really want to do this for some reason. So this guy looks like they printed this in resin. Also, those things would add another 100 to the AMS price. Yes. Perfect fitment. Man, their printed parts are very nice. You know, some of the, like I said before, I think my only critique of their printed parts is the parts that are facing forward, like this and the screen, I would have printed on a textured plate, but I definitely prefer the textured plate. But they also have carbon plates. Like, they could have made these two parts specifically look really nice. And, you know, this is going to be such a hassle to reprint because of the way that the extruder is inside of it, basically. So I'm not reprinting that anytime soon. You know what I mean? And you can kind of see, like, the glue that was on it. So that's my only critique. Otherwise, as far as the actual quality is phenomenal. Let's see. So we got the display going this way. And it just snaps in there super tight and perfect. Look at that. That's great. And then, are we just self-tapping this bad boy in, or what? You know what? I can put these things on. It's not like I'm attaching it. I just want it to be here so I can look at something when it's on. So, oh, okay, this is how it attaches. It attaches via this thing. And this goes inward like that. Alright, cool. Let's just follow along. We have them. M2x10 self-tapping, okay. We still have a ton of them. Reverse Bowden should be 3mm ID. I don't think this one is. I saw some of the comments on somebody saying that this isn't. So we will find that out very soon. I do have a bunch of Bowden tubes. But I'm going to use the one that they gave so that I can, like, regardless of what it's supposed to be, I'm going to use the one they gave just so I can talk about it, I guess. Also, it might not be an actual problem, but we'll see. I just got a PO plate today with some 3D looking triangles. Yeah, that's so cool. Printed white on it. You can't really see. Yeah, white you can't see. You need something glossier than that. Now printing some black. You'll definitely see black. I've seen some cool purple. There's actually another one that I saw, another build plate that had like stars on it. Almost looks like a galaxy. That was pretty cool. So there's definitely a lot of that cool stuff coming. And the AMS on the X1C isn't just multicolor. It can swap when you roll if it runs out. Yes. And also it's enclosed. Like, the AMS itself is enclosed, which is awesome. This one is obviously not. Alright, so... yeah, I mean, all this AMS talk makes me want to make that carrot feeder that I have. Can the new AMS auto-detect their filament? I'm going to assume it can. Yeah, they said it can. Yes, it can. But also the benefit is because it's in the center, isn't like the mounting point is in the center, it doesn't matter what the spool actually is. So it can be cardboard, it can be whatever. You don't have to like print adapters unless the center of the spool is really, really big. So you can print 4K block of solid plastic. Yeah, you can. Alright, so there we go. That's how that mounts. Neato. And then now we got this big old button that I printed. Doesn't matter how this goes on. Just clicks. Perfect. Also, it doesn't click? Oh, it does. It's just really subtle. Really, really subtle click. Again, does it even click? Huh. I wonder if I need to like throw a washer on there or something. There we go. Cool. Alright, screen. Let's plug it in. And I'll just have it sitting here. Oh, also, the wire management. My super cool wire management has to be redone. But you're not surprised there, are you? Okay, just the two. And you guys know how I roll with the OCD. Gonna be doing it. Gonna be doing it. Alright, this can go through here. Let's make sure this is flipped correctly. Like that. And that will go to the front. Yep, okay, cool. I'm gonna do that real quick. Hey, Will. SOVOL, cool. In 20 years, we'll have people building archaic Vorons for nostalgia only. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm doing with the ANET A8. That's just going to be just pure nostalgia build. Also, I never actually had one, so it's going to be new for me. Can you route that under the board? Yes. Well... So as you can see, it comes off the side, and it's like meant to be underneath of these little tabs that they use. Not tabs, like the... Maybe I can hide them underneath like that. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'll hide it underneath, but I still want to use this for it. So we might need 3 of these. Speaking of wire management, it reminds me I need to hit up the dollar store for some zip ties. Yeah, I just ordered mine on Amazon, but I ordered a bunch of them. You gotta love zip ties. You pretty much need them if you're gonna be working on anything, really. Alright, so I'm not gonna be able to hide it as much as I thought I would. That's okay. It still looks good. Let me just tighten this a bit. Still leave enough room. Put it underneath. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, I'll show you in a second what's happening here. Often running cables, my PC builds under the motherboard. Yep. I really like these little channels that they included. They definitely didn't have to do that. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. 1, 2, and just for good measure, I'll put one up here as well. Just for this cable. Cool. That looks good. And it just goes to the front. Yep. Alright, here's what I got. So as you can see, it just goes off to the side and behind the board, and it gets kept in place by the other cable zip ties, and it just sneaks in under here, and it'll just go, you know, straight to the front underneath. So still extremely clean. But now we get to plug it in over here, and that way it's still floppy, so if I need to rotate anything around, we're still good. What a tiny little, cute little screen. Alright, now the Bowden. Let's tackle the Bowden. I remember seeing the A8 kits. Yeah. If you were not streaming this build, how fast do you think you could cover this? You could build this printer? Oh man, I think it would be less than half the time. Yeah, I would just put on some music, sit down, and just go for it. It's hard to put a number on it. but definitely way faster. I would say probably half the time that it's taking on the stream. You know, I stop every 2 seconds to read the chat and talk and get distracted. And do this without all of our expertise. Right, that is true though. I have gotten so much help for both printer kits so far. There's been a ton where I would have been just stumped. That's true. I had an ET4 Pro. Yeah, nice. I used to want that machine. I had a A8 Plus, and then I also had the ET5, which was just a bigger version of the ET4 Pro. They were exactly the same. Yeah, junk adapter boards. Yeah, it was so loud. There's a way you can add a shutdown command to the display menu. That's pretty handy. Nice. Always takes 2 to 3 times longer when streaming. Yeah. The ANET A8 was 220 by 220, I think. Yep, that's smaller than Neptune 4 and way smaller than SVO1. Yeah, I think that's true. I think it's a 220 by 220. I don't even think it has a print surface. I think you're just supposed to put tape on it. So I curse too much to build and stream. Yeah, I really have been holding back a lot. Seems like the Big Tree Tech breakout board with CAN bus only handles the extruder, but not the hot end. No, the hot end is there as well. The Big Tree Tech, I have the Big Tree Tech CAN bus board. I have it right here, and I can tell you right now, it definitely handles all of it. It has its own stepper driver. It has its own stepper driver in the middle. It has an 80XL on it. It has spaces for LEDs, has a USB-C, has everything that you might want on here. So yeah, it definitely does. And it's like 20 bucks. ET4 was that size, yes it was. Alright, so this on one end goes in here. Okay, got that. And then the other end, why is it so long? It's so long. Other end goes through here. And it looks like they want me to put a zip tie there. That's what she said. Rare occurrence. Alright, we're gonna zip tie this thing so it doesn't fall out. Looks like the zip tie doesn't actually hold it in place, it just holds it from falling out or hitting the belts. Which, as you can imagine, pretty important. So let's do that. Keep putting tools away, that's good. It's a good habit. Every time I'm like, why'd I put it away? I'm actually like, wait, that's good. Okay, that's that. Whoever mentioned that the Bowden tube interferes with the stepper heatsink, check out the upper rear Bowden inlet ORBI mod. Beat me to it, Tiger. The mod makes the Bowden tube come into the back of the printer. Yes, you can relocate the FRS up there too. Oh, okay. That's cool. So we got options, is what you're saying. Alright, so we'll move this all the way to the front center. This is going to be as far as this is going to ever be. Make it nice and smooth. I know this is going to hit the top hat that's been a review, but I also don't want this to be too extreme. So I'm going to leave some extra. Yeah, probably like that. It's mostly going to sit in this area anyway. Yeah, maybe I'll do... So, check this out. I printed a bunch of these. Actually, you know what? Let's use them, and I can always reprint them. For the other Voron. So I have these little Voron clips. I don't remember where I found them. I guess they don't really color match. They got a little Voron logo on them. But they're meant to be wrapped around a cable, and then the thing itself. Let's see if this is too many cables for it, though. I feel like I'm gonna snap this thing. You're supposed to slide it on, but you can't on the... Yeah, there's too many cables. Alright, that's close. But yeah, that would have been perfect for this. Guess we're not using that one. Okay, that's all the way in there. Oh, it interferes with this heatsink. I mean, not really. Like, mine still has a gap. I don't think it interferes with it. I would have to push it in quite a bit for it to actually hit. Maybe when it's like this or something? Oh, that's a good sign. The LEDs light up when I move this. Does the screen light up too? No, but yeah, the board is lighting up when I move. So I gotta cut this. I gotta cut it. Let me get my cutter. Yeah. Alright. So, I'm just gonna have this go as straight as possible. I'll run it under there. Let's give it some extra room. Nice clean bends. Do here. What? What did I just do? There we go. I'll just, oh wait, I need some, right, for the front of it as well. We'll run it underneath the wires, since it goes kind of towards the front there. Right? Guess not. There we go, like that. Yeah, this doesn't, on mine, this is nowhere near. Like, it's nowhere near that heatsink. Also, that's the extruder heatsink. You were saying the Z? Yeah, I feel like you're in control of that one. We're good. We're good on mine. Alright, so that's in. Yeah, I got space to go in all the directions. Clean. And can I put some here? Like, so that I can have a little bit of a lead? Does it fit? Yeah. Yeah, because where does the spool holder mount? Oh, that's what that screw was for. We don't need that anymore. Yeah, the panel. Oh, I didn't realize the original has a panel too, but that makes sense. Alright, here's this. Let's set that up. That's what all the extra's for. Where are we cutting this? Cut flush, so the PTFE sits flush with the surface of the part. Gotcha. Okay, so one. It's two. Let's push that in there. Flushy, flushy. There we go. Oh, you got much smaller. Really? They're small? I thought they were huge. Blue ones, they stick out really. Oh, you got flat ones. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's different ones. Yeah, I understand. Alright, then this thing won't go on correctly because this requires a panel. Yeah, like this holds a panel, so I'm gonna wait on that. But does it go... So on the back, there's 5? I got 4. Oh, that's on top, so there is 4. So these middle ones, so I can actually put it on here just to see how much PTFE tube to cut. Yeah, let's do it. It looks like it goes just right in the middle, it looks like. Maybe a little bit towards the top. And M3 by 12. What time we got? 11:09. Okay, so under an hour for the giveaway. So if you guys are interested in that, be sure to jump in. There's a pinned comment at the top of the chat. This is a bit of an unnecessary step at the moment, but I want to cut the PTFE tube to a length that works. Also, this is going to be way easier on the front. So good thing that screen's not on. Let's move these where they go. I have a spool right here somewhere. Oh, the middle's fine. Alright, we're going middle. And yes, I will have to take this off when I do the cover. Okay. Not going to be the most stable thing without a piece of plexi under there. But I want to know how much of this to add. And it looks like very little. Yeah, very little. We're going to do like that much. Yep, just a little spout like that. And that will help make things nice and smooth. There he is. The bots are here. All right. So, I need to throw in this SD card and see if there's a way I can add my Wi-Fi info. So let me do that. So you got a mini printer but a full-size spool. I think you should have a mini spool. I actually have a ton of those at work. Anytime a printer has that in the box, I've been taking those little samples to work. There's a giant stack of them in there. Maybe I should. Maybe I should, princess. Alright, let's see what's on this SD card. Nothing. It's empty. Well, that's a plot twist. What? I guess the only other way... Yeah, I guess the only other way would be to hook it up with USB-C to the computer, which I guess we'll do. So I got the Wi-Fi dongle. I'm gonna put it on the bottom over here in the USB 3 slot. Because I don't have internet. I don't have Ethernet here. So the only way I guess I can make that work is if I bring it to my office. I have Ethernet there. I'll put this SD card in here anyway. Maybe it does something on boot, which I doubt. It does get a little back heavy when it's on the top hat is open. Yeah, I believe that. You spelled enter wrong in the contest header. Oh, Ender. Ha, nice. I don't know if I can change that really. Yeah, I can't. Thank you. Yeah, Ender here. Yeah, Ender there. Come on. Let's see how many of you guys are in there. 27. That's the lowest ever. So highest chance to win a spool at the moment. 45 minutes left. Alright, as far as all this is concerned, there wasn't really much of anything that I could plug in. All this is done for me, which is really nice. Alright, so the question I have is, how is this thing going to get on Wi-Fi? Alright, I guess let's just plug it in and YOLO it and see what it do. Maybe there's a way through the screen? Is that possible? I doubt it though. I have a power supply right here. Power supply cable from this printer. Alright. I'm plugging in. Let's see. Okay, no explosion yet. Alright, here we go. We got first boot. Lights are on back here. Power button is lit. We got 5 volt, 12 volt, 3.3 volt, 24 volt. All those lights are lit up. No fans are running anywhere. You know, I was under the impression that the firmware was on there. You know, we still have about 45 minutes. I could obviously go on their GitHub, get the firmware, and see. Like, for example, the screen. The screen is no worky. So I'm guessing based on that, I mean, it's getting power everywhere. Is there a switch? Not a switch, a thing somewhere, a selector somewhere? No. What's this? Recovery, mask ROM, reset, and power. We don't need to press any of that yet. But the board is definitely getting power. None of the fans are operating because I guess there's no default in it to just run the fans. Is anything heating funky? Nope, no heating. Okay. I guess it is what it is. Whoops. Whoa! My chat just like exploded when I clicked on it. Oh man, hold on. Let me catch up with the chat. I got an extra mesh router that has Ethernet port just for stuff like that. That's a good idea. I actually have one too. That's how my TV upstairs is hooked up, because we always had issues with the Wi-Fi back in the day. So I have one of those little, you plug it into the outlet and then you run an Ethernet cable. Woohoo! Maybe I get a chance. Power up, yeah. Got a better chance winning staying awake to clean it. There's only a little bit left. Skynet's online. It's alive. No smoke. Yeah, there's no smoke. That's good. Do what a good electrician would do and slap it. Okay, so my guess is it doesn't have any firmware, but just like this image right here, all of those lights are on, and each one is labeled. The top left one says 3.3 volts, or is it 5? Top left is 5 volts. The one all the way on the right is 12 volts. The one in the middle that's kind of green, that's 3.3, and then bottom right is 24 volts. So all of that is working. So that part is good. Okay, I'm guessing it just works for NES console. I'm guessing it just doesn't have firmware on it, unfortunately. Is that a safe guess? Alright, let's go to Fysetc V0.2 R1 GitHub. R1. Doc. Manuals. That's just assembly. I know they have, whoops. I think they have it, like, in here. Did you wait 2 minutes? Yeah, it's been over 2 minutes. Turn on time's really slow. I mean, it's been... I guess it's like first boot. But also, yeah, it should, it's on... Is it in the README on the main R? Yeah, that's what I'm kind of going to. So, in the R1, I don't know, but I know they have their own, if I go to repositories here, they have one for this board. And since this board is for this machine, we should be good there. Not Cheetah. Trident. SD Wi-Fi. Cheetah Mix. Catalyst kit is up top. Oh. Oh, yeah, okay, wow, that's not what I expected to see. Okay. Catalyst kit, control board, yep. What does this button do? It just takes you here. 3D update file. I guess it's like a mount or something. Catalyst mount separation. Hardware, software. Pinout, readme. Wow. What a readme. OS and tools, Clipper config. Clipper config will be useful. Actually, let me grab it. Wow, let me grab it while I'm here. Oh, here we go. v1.bin. Alright, let me grab these two. Whoops. Download this little folder. Where is it? Do I have to right click on this or something? No? Why don't I remember how to do this ever? Like down here. GitHub, man. I love it and I hate it. It's not for designers like myself. I don't know what to do. View raw. There we go. This will download it. Okay. That's one. And then in here, I can click this. Yeah, there we go. Those were the buttons I was looking for. Alright. Let me shrink this a little bit so I can click on stuff that I've downloaded. Alright, so I have the bin and the config. Let me check the config. Anything specific here? Reference, nope. CU path. Voron design. I think it's pretty generic. It just has their own pins in here. Yeah. Alright, cool. So I'll close that. Alright, let's get this bin on here. I'm gonna power this down. Let's get that SD card out of there. Let's throw this bin on the SD card. Anyone know if I still have to call it like firmware.bin or clipper.bin? Let's throw it onto no name. You know, the downside is that it's still, I still won't be able to get it the Wi-Fi. The control board of this kit has been installed with Clipper OS, the MCU Clipper firmware for the factory. Right, that's what I read before. And it's pre-configured. As long as the wiring is correct, it can be used after power on, according to Fysetc. Yes, I've seen that before. So what part of the wiring could not be correct? Okay, I see why the screen wasn't powering on. The plug came out. I must have pulled on the cable. Alright, so the screen should be plugged in now. Let me boot it up again. Because now the screen should at least be plugged in. Nothing on the screen. Alright, so as long as the wiring is correct. So the board is getting power. What could be stopping this from booting? I don't know what would stop it from booting. If it's running Clipper, it should turn on and the fans should start going. It would be really nice if it was all set up and all you do was update. Yeah, that would be nice. So the screen, just to triple and double check, the screen does not power up. It is plugged in now. I'm going to unplug it again. Maybe there's some... Maybe I did that wrong? I doubt it though. It's not that complicated of a plug. And the screen is something that would have to turn on via firmware. I don't think mine has firmware on it. That's my gut reaction feeling. Yeah, I mean, I can hear the power supply definitely has a little, you know, like I can hear the power supply is on. All of the board is getting power. Even the Pi heatsink is getting warm to the touch. I don't think, no, this isn't the type of screen that would have firmware on it, but the firmware on the board would need to tell Clipper where, you know, the screen has to be like in Clipper, right, in the config. So, I think this doesn't have firmware. I think mine doesn't have firmware. Okay, I'm gonna throw this bin on there, and I'm gonna try. I don't know. I guess I'll name it firmware.bin and throw it on there and see what it does. I kind of thought that on the SD card there would be like a text document where you put in your Wi-Fi information. I'm gonna name this firmware.bin. Eject. And let me see, is there anything else on here. OS and tools. Rock chip driver assistant. Arcade dev tool release. SD disk tool. I don't think any of those really help. Hardware, here's the board. That's just a PDF. Nothing really specific there. This is just STLs. This is the actual 3D files of the board. And there's nothing in the README. Anything fun here? No. I mean, it's cool that we get all of the pins, so that's nice. Alright, let me see what this does and then we'll do another search. Do you have a monitor around to plug in the HDMI? No. I do have like conversions to get my Apple Cinema display to HDMI, but not really. The Pad 7 I can't use. The other display I have requires a CM4 for it to even boot, which is frustratingly annoying. Alright, powering down, putting SD card in. Let's see what this does. It could be that it's like atypical and needs to be plugged in, you know, via the USB-C board. There's no like light that flickers or anything like that, so it's hard to tell that anything is actually going on. But I'll give it some time to boot and do its thing, and then I'll see if the SD card changed, and then we'll change it to, I think what I do, firmware.bin this time. I'll change it to clipper.bin, because some machines like that instead. Yeah, nothing really funky happening back there. Everything seems to be okay. Let's see this. 30, nice. Nothing gets fried. Yeah. Me neither. $90. Woo! Wow, this text is so tiny, I can't see it. Yeah, I mean, I wonder if it just needed Ethernet, and that's the way that it runs. No ifs, ands, or buts. But I would have at least thought the screen would turn on if it's predetermined and set up, you know? Was there any links in here? More info is just where I already was. Alright, let's go back. I know Modbot has a whole video on it, so I'll have to check that out probably. I don't think the board has HDMI. Yeah, I don't think so. Off the USB 2.0. Hey, Arth. Or Art. So Ryathon, when you put yours together, you have one of these, right? You just turned it on and it was good to go? Installation guide. That's the other one. This is the non-R1. So is there a different one for the R1? Assembly, hot end, wiring. Image? Alright, none of the links on this thing work. The OS of CM68. Here we go. Hold on. The control board of this kit has been installed with ClipOS, right? Pre-configured. Do not perform the following steps unless you're sure you want to install the firmware. I'm sure. The control board uses CM68 core-based blah blah blah. Okay, yep, sure. Plugins require Clipper pre-installed. After burning, it can be used directly. Oh, so it still requires something. The environment and plugins required by Clipper are pre-installed. After burning, it can be used directly. In general, the pre-installed system can be used directly without reflashing, unless you encounter unsolvable program problems. Here's the OS. Plug in the USB 3.0 A cable into the interface in the upper layer of the blue USB 3 socket. Open Arcade Dev Tool Release. I'm on a Mac. This won't work. Hold the recovery button. Click the button reset. And the Arcade Dev Tool found device. Release in 2 buttons. Does this work on Macs? You know, I can always boot into Windows. It's not really a problem, but oh, there we go. Alright, let's do that. The download was blocked. No. Let's go. Continue. Alright, hold on. Safe to say I should turn this off. And let me continue my original plan. Yep, but my board got fried after 2 prints for an unknown reason. They sent me a new one and it worked again when I turned it on. Printing with that now for 2 weeks or so. Wow, that's fun. On the second board, the printer config was scuffed though. Loads of voltages were out of configuration. Changed it to the one that's on GitHub and it works. Oh boy. You know, this is definitely a little bit discouraging, I guess is the right word. I don't know. Let's open this in a new tab. So firmware bin is still on there. So firmware bin was not the solution. I'm going to try one more time. Actually, this won't work. It seems like the board handles firmware differently. So there's no point in doing that. Let me just eject it and continue with the arcade development tool thing. Alright, so this thing is saying I need this cable oh yeah, we got a USB to USB cable. So I have an adapter somewhere in my bag here that we could use. I need a USB-C adapter, but the other way, USB 2 to USB-C. Let me get that. Gotta love the dongle life, right? Do you even dongle, bro? Dongle, I think, is in here. Yep, it is. Alright, so. Any snakes in that bag? That's so random. So they said that the instructions, where did I get the where were those instructions? Right here. Okay, hold on, let me open this DevTool thing. So the other issue is sharing the screen. I'm not gonna share my screen for this thing, simply because the last time I tried to add another thing while being live, it shut down my stream. And I don't want to risk that because you can't join it once it's down. Just needed to wait like 5 minutes. Dongle door. Birdo dongle door. Dongle door. Okay, let's just keep going with this. So I have the flash tool open. It's kind of like just a white, really simple thing. Let's plug in this board, and it said plug in the USB 3.0A cable into the interface of the upper layer of the blue one. Okay. Plugged and plugged into the computer. Load firmwares from folder. Okay, let's just keep doing it. Open this thing, hold the recovery button, click the reset button. Okay, so it has to be on. Let me get familiar with these buttons. Power. The bottom one is recovery, and the reset is the middle. Okay, so we're gonna hold recovery. And looks like it got pulled up right away on the. I'll hit restart. Yep, bootloader found. Okay, I'm gonna let go. So the little software found it right away, so that's good. Release the two buttons. Click the update firmware tab. Load firmwares from folder. Upgrade loader. Write parameter. So right off the bat, I don't see the words. Click Upgrade Firmware tab. Click the Firmware button to select the firmware, and click the Upgrade button to upgrade. Okay, I'll click Load Firmware from folder. Let's see, where do I have that? I downloaded it to here. It doesn't let me choose it. It doesn't let me choose the bin folder, the bin file. Okay, so I need an OS image, so let's download this. Mainsail.rar, okay. Download anyway, it's cool. We're downloading, go back. These are the instructions are clear. Where do we go? Where did I lose the... It's down here somewhere? Yeah, right here. Alright, so we were about halfway done with the download. At least the tool found the board right away, so the board is functional. Mine just doesn't have firmware on it. The first time it did not work when I turned it on the first board. I turned it on again, waited 5 minutes, and it worked. Chimeras. So American. Chimeras. Be doing some donuts in my front yard with my chimeras. I didn't mean to start something. Had a 66 Impala, nice. Alright, the file is downloaded. It's a RAR file, so let me open it. Unarchive it, rather. I know, obviously, this would have been way better if you could see what I'm doing, and I apologize for that. But like I said, last time I tried to add a thing to OBS, OBS crashed and it ruined the stream, so I don't want to do that. Maybe before next stream, I'll set up a tab, a scene where it just shows my entire desktop. I don't really have that. I usually have it like just pool applications. But it seems like having a desktop environment is probably a good idea, so I'll probably set that up. Alright, so we have that now. Let's see if it'll let me select image. I'm going to load. No, it doesn't let me choose the image. Weird. Okay, here we go. Got it. Image. Loader. Okay, I'm going to hit upgrade loader. Am I changing loader or am I changing parameter? The words don't match the thing. Wait for the upgrade to complete. Remember to not cut off the power, unplug the data cables, otherwise upgrade will fail and damage the CM68. Just reading here, methods MCU. MCU enters DFU mode. Okay, fine. Power off the whole machine. Use a jumper cap to connect 3.3. Jeez. Power the whole machine and wait for it to start. Use putty or similar SSH tools to connect. Well, you can't because no internet. MCU enters DFU mode. So this is if the board is running, but the clipper opens, but there's a problem with the MCU. How would this make any sense? You can't get to this at where I'm at. Plug in the included USB Wi-Fi to the USB. First, connect the machine to your LAN via Ethernet. Make sure you can log in to CM68 via SSH. So it looks like regardless, I can't set up Wi-Fi without Ethernet, which is kind of funny. Like in my example, you know, with all these endless machines that I have here, it's never been required. It just seems like kind of like a strange thing. It should be set up in a way where there's a text document, you put in your Wi-Fi and it works, even with the dongle. I'm really skeptical in using this using this firmware thing. What is the MCU? MCU is like the actual chip that runs Clipper on it. The actual chip. Is there a W? No, there isn't. There isn't. They have their own thing that they're doing here. So I'm gonna... I don't want to risk it, really. I think the best case scenario, the best thing to do in this case is to send them a message and explain what's happening and wait for an instruction. That's what you should do. That's what I would recommend to someone else. I do not believe that it's a wiring issue because this software sees it. I can power to it. All the lights are on. Yeah, I mean, I would request software tune. In fact, let me see if the rep is on right now. Let's see. Hi. My board seems to power up, but no screen, no boot up of fans. Should I be reflashing this board? The connections seem spot on. Hate to do it on live stream, but I honestly think that's what, if someone came, you know, someone asked me questions like, hey, you know, my thing isn't working, what would you do? I would say, hey, did you contact them? Otherwise, as far as throw it away and buy American, and it doesn't broadcast the Wi-Fi network, I doubt it would broadcast. That would be a really specific thing to set up for them, but let's see. Nope. Let me see if there's others. Nope. There's very little to no other Wi-Fis outside of the ones that are familiar to me. And there's nothing specific I don't see. There's no Bluetooth from what I understand. Yeah, that's just my neighbors. Yeah, I mean, I can give it a second on the screen and see if maybe a Wi-Fi will pop up, but I doubt it. They would have that outlined in the instructions, you know? Yeah, no, nothing of the sort. No, all this internet is just my neighbors. I'm back. Had to clean up, put away paint's nice. What'd you miss? Well, we booted it up. The lights on the board are all functional, but nothing else is. My guess, because all of the lights are on, my guess is that mine is not flashed with firmware, and I'm really skeptical to use this instructions that they have here because my buttons don't exactly line up. If you have a dock with an Ethernet port, you can plug into the laptop, plug in the other end into the printer, and possibly get it to work if it has default address that you can find. You broke it. The board has LVDS if you have a display that works with that. I don't even know what that is. Those are one of the pins over there. CM68 debug. There's RX, TX, and ground, which means that's not CAN bus. Yeah, I guess that's what's called UART. So there's a way to connect to it that way. I mean, like I said, I don't think the board is messed up because the developer tool, you know, putting it in recovery mode, instantly found it. I can see that it's there. You know, using the cable, it knows it. The problem is that this tool, the developer tool GUI, maybe I downloaded this arcade dev tool. Maybe I'm in the wrong software. I mean, this is the Rock Chip developer tool, arcade dev tool, version 1.3. So that's not it. So I do have the right tool. But my buttons, there's 3 buttons. There's load firmwares from folder, which if I click, I don't know, let me try to like hit this, hit choose. Parameter.txt not found. You know what? Let me mount this image file that they have. Disk image can be opened, okay. So then there's an upgrade loader button. And I don't know, there's an upgrade loader and a write parameter. So I'm not sure that I want to mess with those. So I think the best bet is for me to be patient and not try to push it. Write select LBA. I don't know what that is. I can reset the device. I've just had multiple Pi images that have gotten hung up during initial setup. Oh, really? Was the build size? Paul, it's like 120 by 120 by 120. It's enough to warm your cup up. So these instructions don't quite match up with the text, right? So this is all fine. Click the upgrade firmware tab. So those words don't match up. The only thing that says upgrade is upgrade loader. So that's the closest. So there it says select the firmware. The firmware, I'm assuming, is right above it, right? I'm assuming it's this right here. This is the firmware. I have it. It's an image file. So I've selected the image file. Then it says click the upgrade button to upgrade. Wait for the upgrade to complete. Remember, let's just do it. I have the firmware. I have the tool. It sees it. It's in the right mode. I'm hitting upgrade. Hitting upgrade does nothing. There's no indication that it's doing anything. Okay. So that's that. Let's try it again. Recovery and reset. Recovery. Click the reset button. No device is found, and then bam, it finds it right away. So I know that it sees it, it's talking to it. That's all gravy. Click on the Upgrade Firmwares tab. Got it. Click Upgrade Loader. Click it. Clicking it does nothing. Right parameter, maybe? Will right parameter do it? Let's click right parameter. Nothing is happening. Right selected LBA. What are those words? I'm gonna hit it. Right selected LBA. Nothing. Alright, well. To get here, you have to install a driver. No, I just opened RK Developer Tools. RK Dev Tool. Right here, that's highlighted. So I downloaded this, I opened it. It does see the printer right away. But I can't write the firmwares. I do also have the Catalyst V1 Clipper.bin. But this firmware is not it. This is not. This doesn't help. It's possible that I have, because I'm on a Mac, it's possible that I have something not correct here. Let me just search this again real quick. On Windows, yeah, sure. On Linux, cool. Mac OS, okay, here we go. So, I mean, really? Yeah, 1.32 is what I have. Right, let me open it again. Yeah, so I already have this. So I have the correct. I have the correct tool to do this, but the text just doesn't line up. Same thing. All right. Well, as per you. Well, guys, by the way, it's almost 12, so there should be like minutes left in our giveaway. If you guys just joined giving away a roll of filament, it's pinned at the top comment. I mean, pinned at the chat, top of chat. So head over there. There's only 30 people entered, so high chance to win. There's 4 minutes left. You have to be in the United States, and you have to be present when I draw. So we'll wait for that. But at the moment, I think what you would do in this situation is the advice that I would give. Let's just take it, right? Even though I already clicked every button. The advice that I would give to somebody is message them, see what they say, go from there. But so far, I think the problem is this text doesn't quite line up. Steps. As far as it just picking up Clipper from the SD card, it doesn't sound like this board does that. Otherwise, they would have just said it if it's that easy. Are you upgrading for over USB? Yes, I'm following the instructions over USB. The only reason I like hooking up a display sometimes, yeah, I agree. It's very strange that the display shows nothing. That's very odd to me. Getting support would be a wise thing to do. You don't want to brick it, right? Well, so far I haven't done anything. Nothing's changed. Like I said, the heat sink is getting warm, like to the touch, so I know it's running. It's in a loop. Text Eli on Discord. They are online right now. Who's Eli? And who is your daddy? And what does he do? Where, like, which Discord? What are we talking? Hold on, I'm getting super distracted by everything else. Go back to the chat. Fysetc employee on Fysetc Discord. Oh, okay, am I on the Fysetc Discord? Let's see. Join. How am I not? That's odd. Welcome to Fysetc. Okay. Thank you, Brian. As always, how many times have you helped me, man? I really appreciate you, man. Thank you. Alright, so I'm in the Discord. Let's see here. Move this towards the top. Welcome. Thank you. Hi, everybody. So you're saying there's a person here, and let me see if there like a help situation. Voron V0 kit discussion. Here we go. All right. And you have mentioned his name is Eli. Format.bin is the file name, like you said. Yeah, but it doesn't. It looks like it doesn't take from the SD card. According to just these instructions, this board is specific. Eli Wong. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, Rython. Nice. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Hey, Eli. Need some help with my V0.2 R1 build in a live stream right now, and the board lights up but does not boot any further. Wiring seems good. No fans, only the 3.3 volt, 5 volt, 12 volt, and 24 volt lights. I have confetti on my screen, which means the filament spool giveaway is done, so I'll choose that in a few minutes here. Tried to follow the instructions on GitHub to use RKDev tool. The tool sees the board, but I cannot flash anything using the upgrade button. All are lit? Yes. I replied to that, is all are lit with a fire, with a flame emoji, because we speak in emojis. Also tell William, usually he tells Eli himself to check messages. I like that you guys know these people by name, like first names. That's cool. Anyway, I'll troubleshoot it, but if anyone's following along, what I've been doing on this build is if I run into some kind of little thing like with this cover, in the next live I'll explain what happened so that we're all kind of on the same page. But it seems like it's worth just, following along and seeing what they say. Otherwise, as far as the build itself, man, it's really hard to complain. If all of my parts were in the box, so good. The instructions, I think I'm just confused because I've never built one before. Now that if I was making a second one, I don't even know if I would have any concerns really. Everything seems straightforward. Some of the special stuff so far, like the bed mount, is really nice. Solid unit. You don't have to have all these printed parts. There's way less hardware because of that. So that's good. The little board underneath of it even, that kind of splits apart all the electronics with the Wagos, that's really good. This lightweight CNC piece is also very nice. The printed parts, the ones that I have, are great. It's very hard. You gotta really nitpick stuff, I think. So far, it's this little stuff. It's the little quirks. You're already building a Voron kit. Like, it's already a really hands-on kit. And this kind of, it doesn't take away from the experience really, because you're already kind of like troubleshooting and doing this. Obviously it would be nice if it was smooth. But yeah, I guess you kind of have to expect this type of stuff with a kit, right? I'm not too bad, especially if they give me the, you know, support that I need. Can maybe send them pics later. Yeah, I will. Instructions should assume you've never built one before. Yeah. Yeah, I would say that well, because I'm thinking back to the Trident build, and the problem with the Trident, it's hard to compare because the Trident that I built was the basic level Trident, whereas this is a modified version of the V0. Like, this isn't the V0, it's a V0 Pro R1, right? That's the full title, or just R1. So this already has its own things that are added, plus their own custom stuff. So that's kind of the tricky part, is I kind of wish that there was a PDF. You know, I want like a PDF with all of the things that are quirks, you know, just for this specific printer. Whereas the Trident, none of that existed because it was the base model. I could follow the, you know, the Voron guide exactly, and it'd tell me what to do. So hard to compare. This, though, is a really nice build. This thing feels amazing. Can't wait to finish it all. So just, if I go to manual and I go back down, I think what's next? Just some panels, the bottom pieces here, the skirting. Yeah, so okay, so the next one is just getting all the panels on, and then I'm guessing we're gonna do the top, which is gonna be a bunch of things actually. Like, there's a bunch to get the top going. Yeah, there's still a lot of like little things. Like, that top is plenty. Yeah, it's like putting things together, making them square. Look at that. That tool is very useful. Yeah, all kinds of stuff to be done still. So what I'll probably do is I'll get as much help as I can to get it booted up. And then I'll explain what the procedure was, what happened, you know, how everything was for that. And then what we'll do is the next live stream for this will probably be the finishing touches, just getting all of that on it, finishing it, and then I'll do the video. So not bad. Maybe bad connection, could be. Hey, thanks for subscribing, Solrack. That's nice of you. Thank you, and welcome. Richard suggested you should reset the CM board. How do I reset it? Like, take it off? Based on clipper.bin as the file name. Yeah, I could try that real quick. Reseat. Oh, okay. So first let's do this. I'm gonna turn this off. Just like we were doing in the first place. Let me change this file name real quick, just because it was something that seemed like could work. So we will go to the file, to the bin. That's this guy, Catalyst V1. And drag it to the SD card, and I'm gonna rename this clipper.bin. So this was my initial reaction to this, because any other board would take the clipper bin this way. Let's see if it does. And then we have the printer config too, so if it takes clipper, it should at least, the fans would run. So on a typical board, if clipper is running, the hot end fan would start running. Alright, let's see. Let's see if anything changes. Also, there's no speaker on the board as well, so there's no beeps or boops. There's no lights, which are very helpful typically in troubleshooting scenarios. Maybe you have to hold the boot button. Maybe. It seems like if that was a way that they would do it, it would be like, you know, it'd be pretty clear. Especially here. It looks like the MCU firmware, which is clipper, has to be done in a crazy wacky way right here. Yeah, like this is how you burn it. Connect boot and ground. Really? Like, that's so complicated. So if this was a typical machine, Clipper would have installed right now, and then you would have to turn this off, give it a second, and turn it on. My hot end fan doesn't turn on until I heat up the hot end. Well, yes, but that's when it's defined in the Clipper config. If you were to remove that Clipper config, or like, you know, you get an MCU error, like if you force it, then it will run as a safety precaution on Clipper. So if you have a config that's on and running and everything's fine, then yeah, then it will use the parameters in there and not turn on. Sorry, moving over this. Is this the Linux side, which isn't working, or the MCU side? Neither. I don't know. I think they have it easy to do DFU mode because pre-flash the board. Yeah. Alright, let me turn it on again. If this was a typical board, now it would actually be running Clipper and everything would be fine. But I doubt it. I think they have their own way of doing it. And that is until it's flashed and running. Alright. I'm gonna turn it off. Man, their documentation for this board sucks. It's not the best. At least it includes documentation and instructions. It might be outdated in some way. Maybe it's translated poorly. But at least it exists. Some boards don't even have anything. Alright, so I'll put that in. And let's check it. No, still says Clipper, so it didn't take. So I'm gonna just delete it and clear the SD card. It's pretty new and pretty complex. Bleeding edge. Yeah. Early adoption. But keep in mind, they did say, and it does say to multiple places, that this thing should work right out of the box. So, like, it should already be done. Okay. If you have a Facebook, there's a step-by-step there. I do have Facebook. Is there any way you can link me? I'd appreciate it, especially if you know where it is. Oh, so, hold on. So Richard in the chat has already said something. Also, I have a direct message. Let me see if it's someone from... Oh, it's Ryathon. Hey, buddy. Let me go back. Fysetc. Oh, I'm mentioned somewhere. Oh, that's just a welcome. Okay. It's Ryathon again. Alright, so obviously it should come pre-flashed. So you shouldn't need to... I could suggest taking the CM off and putting it back on, okay? See, we're like 99.9... Yeah. So it would be, but some say it fixed their issues before. Obviously, turn power off. I've used this to flash rock chip-based devices before, but it only works on Mac. Oh, I'm on Mac. Let's download that. Oh, okay. That's all Chinese. What did that say? This says install? Talk about sketchy link. Can I just right click and translate? That says this page supports Mac. What do you mean this page supports Mac? What is this? Translate the middle here. Drag the image firmware here. Click select firmware. Oh, okay. Interesting. Let's try it. I'm gonna select... Hold on a sec. Sorry guys, just give me a second. I know it's already 11 minutes over the giveaway. I will obviously give away. Just give me a second. Download. So we're looking for the image file. Is it open? Man, I really wish this was in English. Translate. Firmware type identification failed. This tool only supports firmware released by Flippy and generated by its script. You can continue to flash, but you need to use the official wire flash tool and save it. I mean, oh, there we go. There we go. This seems a bit sketchy. File name, Voron V0.2 Pro mainsail image. I mean, that is correct. Ready, unplug the router, plug in dual, okay, press and hold recovery button and turn power on. Okay, let's just do it. But the other tool found it instantly when it was doing this. Should I just get the device? Ready? Oh. Click get the device. Wants to connect. No device. This is wild. There's no way to know. Click get device and select the router in loader mode. The name is usually USB download gadget. Yeah, I don't see that here. No devices in a little pop-up that comes up. Let me try this again. Alright, let's one last thing to try before I quit. So when I hit translate last time, there was a translate full page button. There we go. Drag the firmware button. That's this. Yep, okay. Ready. Get device. Nada. Okay, that tool won't work. One last thing here. He said it only works on Macs, which is a weird thing for a thing like this to work only on Macs. But let me try. Let me try Safari specifically, just in case it has something to do with that. Ready? Let's hit this. Yeah, so this, I can't even click that button doesn't even work in Safari. Okay. Cool, worth a try. Tried this. No luck. Doesn't see machine. But it means you don't have the USB, that horrible software. Reseat it, take it off and on again, wait. So there's a Linux that isn't working, or the MCU part. Oh, sorry, I've been replying via chat on your stream. Oh, I didn't realize. Oh, Richard, I didn't connect the two dots. My bad. God, I was so into it, I didn't get it. Hold on, my bad. Back to the chat. I missed so many chats here. I'm just gonna scroll down a bit. Yeah, if it's putting that error, so stop. If you're just going to by the fan of the fact isn't on, I don't think that's causing an issue. I don't think you have failed to the closed HFE port. Some like other boards that people complain. Have you plugged in your network? I don't have a network. I don't have a network cable. That's the problem. Yeah, that's the main. So the reason why I'm saying it's not working is because I'm not getting any fans or display. I don't have a network cable. I guess I can like go upstairs. I can unplug my television and plug this in. The new Mini looking better by the minute. Nice, that's good. Yeah, I don't have an Ethernet. Okay, there might be an issue. Go and configure it somewhere else. I mean, I can bring it to work. Obviously not a stream, that wouldn't work. Okay. Did you jumper the pins? Nah. So that's the only way to get it going. Oh, screen need to be configured in the Clipper config. Right. So does that mean, so because I've thought that this would be predetermined for this screen and have everything installed, just booting it is not enough. I have to plug in Wi-Fi I mean, I have to plug in Ethernet. I have to get an IP address. I have to go to the IP address and set something up. That's how this thing works, right? Okay, yeah, I'll do it off stream. I'll check. Oh, tonight's already almost. It's gonna be pretty late. I don't know if I'll do it tonight, but I'll do it off stream. And then, like I said, everybody, I will get a solution before the next stream, whenever that might be. Probably next week. Before next week. And I'll explain it all in the thing. So, Richard, thank you for your help, and thank you everybody for trying to help me. I truly appreciate it. When they flash the clipper on the screen, ID is randomized. Seems odd. These Vorons are so worth it. Well, this is a special thing, Chad, and I think they are. I think they are. Maybe I'm crazy, but that's probably who the Voron's for. I think if you've ever questioned the Voron and didn't automatically instantly want it, it's not for you. So getting it pre-working out of the box would be difficult. Oh, okay. Feel free to DM me on Discord. I'm happy to help. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, let's do the giveaway. 31 people entered. I'm gonna go into my other screen here. Winners. Let's draw a winner. One winner. Okay, and announce. So, announce here. Boom. We have a winner. And the winner is Ambrosia. Ambrosia. Amber for short. Can I call you that? Congratulations. You have won yourself a roll of filament. So if you are in the chat, that's a bot's name. Claim your prize, and I will tell you what to do next. It looks like you were number 4, entry number 4, so that's pretty cool. Is that you, Demon? That's cool. Let me see what your answer was. Did you not have one? You didn't put one in? Like we talked about? Why does this thing makes it really difficult for me to see simple information like that? I just want to see what you put in. That shouldn't be that difficult. It was the action that we needed. Let me see if I can like manually go. It wasn't really that many. Oh, I found it. Okay. Answer to the question was, it was like, what's your favorite accessory? Ender 3 Pro and the Tool Creality CR Touch. I think that's what you're asking. Not sure. Yes, that is what I'm asking. So CR Touch is your favorite accessory for your printer. Cool. Thanks for letting us know. I thought it'd be interesting to get kind of a list. Papa's new alias. Congratulations. So, what you need to do is go on the 3D Max website. You can use the link in my description if you want, or just go to 3D Max. Find it on Google. Find a roll of PLA Plus that you like that's in stock, and then send me an email to Fedor, which is Fedor, at 3dprintsos.com. Shoot me an email with your choice and your address. I see that you're in the United States, so that's all good. And I will get that over to them, and yeah, we'll get that over to you. Well, that's cool. Thank you for entering early on. You've been here the whole stream. So yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Pedro. Ferdo. It's Ferdo. I'm going to find one that's out of stock. Yeah, you will. I bet you. Anyway, let me read some of the other things. You know, obviously, if you're not a winner, I can't really see all your details, so I can't, like, call you out. But let's see some of the responses. So someone just said calipers, deburring tools, which I agree with. Deburring tool makes it so easy. Yep. Whichever one I need at the moment. All right, who's the smart? Who's the smart, Alec? Anyone want to claim that answer? Driver's eye for assembling them. I don't know what that is. BL Touch for sure, so convenient. A light magnifying glass, because I love watching the first layer go down. Nice, that's cool. PI sheet, so nice, great adhesion, fully released. Yeah, I remember the first time I got a PI sheet. It was kind of a game changer for me. I want to try those PET sheets. Nice patterns, yes. Me too. Plastic razors, because it lowers the risk of damaging the print part. Nice. I've been building a lot of Voron printers lately, and I really like my CNC Kitchen heat set insert tool. Yeah, that thing is awesome. And my TS100 iron, and the TS100 is also cool. Let's see. The gripper for Mandela Rose works well. It holds the V6 block in place to remove your nozzle. Wow, that's a really specific tool. I like turtles and PI plates, but mostly turtles. I like that. Alright, let's keep going. I have some more answers. Magnetic PI bed, yes. Okay, cool. And glue, yep, easy to remove. Scraper. Dang gone sticky prints. Hey, you're local. You're right by me. I'm not, you know, I don't know who it is. But the one that said scraper, dang gone sticky prints. You live very close to me. We got, it has to be the spring-loaded PI sheet. Yep. Yeah, it does count. In case you were wondering. I really don't have one that comes to mind. Really? A tool? Maybe snips? You know, that's a tool or accessory. Filament dryer. Worlds of difference of quality. Yes, that's another really good one. The Umbarco tool can be used many 3D printing things. I gotta look that one up. Needle nose pliers. Yes, cut filament. Yep. Very good. Strings and boogers from the nozzle. Deburring tool. That's probably the third time. Box knife. Okay. Use it to trim and clean up parts. By the way, to the person that said box knife, if you get a deburring tool, it's going to change your life. Because I used to use a blade as well, and that deburring tool makes such a clean edge really easily. It's really nice. Allen key holders, thanks for the tip. Yeah, that was good, wasn't it? Because it's thanks for the tip. Tool? I have to say telescopic magnets to help find all the screws that I dropped. Nice. Soldering cutters. I really like for PLA. What are soldering cutters? That sounds crazy. Hodo! Tweezers. So tweezers, I keep saying this on stream. I keep these tweezers everywhere. In fact, that is a good reminder. I want to take a pair to work. I have another pair somewhere. I need to take them to my office. Glue stick. That's a good one. I use my palette knife more than anything and everything. Oh, for everything. Nice. Flesh cutters. Use so much stuff. Cutting filament, taking brims, cutting away supports, sometimes cutting boxes open. Yep. Yeah, it's a good one. Deburring tool. So that's probably the most common. I would say the most common favorite tool is the deburring tool. And the second most common thing I think I just saw was probably the PI plate. So that was actually really fun. It was the first time I read all the answers. I think we're going to start doing that. That's really cool. I actually really enjoyed that. In fact, Demon, that was your suggestion. So that's cool. Fedrock. Eli replied to you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't looking. Okay, everybody. I think we're gonna call it here. I'm gonna try to get some help before I completely fall asleep. But yeah, here's our machine. Oops, I just pulled my laptop and turned everything on a swivel. Here is what we got, and this thing looks awesome. Very clean in the back. The wiring is great. I have lots of positive things to say. This little quirk, I can always look past these things if they're resolved and fixed, obviously, right? Like, it's a learning experience for everybody. You can't mind these things. People make mistakes. And who runs these companies? People. So it's engineers, people, designers, it's people like you and me. So jumping on a hate train, I don't think is worth it whatsoever. Maybe I'm a little bit too nice all the time, but I understand people have problems, so sue me, Either way, so far I'm having a lot of fun. Like I mentioned, whatever this problem is, we'll get to the bottom of it. I'll try to solve it before the next live stream for this machine. If I can't fix it before the live stream next week, then I'll do another live stream to buy some time. I obviously want this as soon as possible, but that's what I'll do in case there's some crazy thing or they need to ship me something or whatever it might be. But what I'm trying to say is before the next stream, we will all know what the deal was, and we'll go from there. Okay, everybody. Ambrosia, congratulations on your victory. Let me know what your choice are and your address, and I'll get that over to them. Yeah, this was a cool one. Oh, my chat wasn't moving. Oh man, I missed so many chats. I know I told you it'd be fun. Yes, I should have listened earlier. Great stream. Glad you got it all together. I am too. I wish it would power on like it said it would. I also have a feeling that that text where it said that everything is like on it and running, I think that might be either just marketing or just translated a bit wrong. I think that it still needs some setup, obviously. I wish it was a little more clear, and that's probably going to be good material for the video for this. Thanks for another good stream. Good night, and thank you for being here. See you, Caleb, as well. Name this one Furdo. This printer's Furdo. Good night, Andre. Good night, Furdo. See you. We love you, Furdo. Furdo. I can't believe that's a thing. She broke my winning streak. Yes, she did. Deserved it too. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, everybody. Appreciate you as always. I'm gonna cut it off here and go get some help and see what's going on. Jeff. All right, everybody. Have a good night. See you guys later.